I think it's on. Yeah, it is. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to your second session. Today, you will be continuing from where you left off. And last I left you, your team, after being mysteriously transported into the Feywild, upon making a wish somewhere out there in the world, traveled across the way after meeting a curious and shy small little fawn goat man named Seer Senin. He delivered onto you a little invitation to a house far into the Feywild and urged you to follow him. All of you agreed and did so, and you chased after this little tiny white-tailed deer person deep into the Feywild across all sorts of different things, including a thorny encounter with a little bush tentacle monster and a pixie. Following the pixie snapping its own neck upon realizing its debt to you after being saved, you quickly moved on and encountered, after that, what was it again? It was like a statue?
Spider. Oh, the statue. Yeah.
That's right. You entered into a small clearing and you navigated a little puzzle that had been left by a rather horrid fey creature. I won't explain it just yet in case something else comes up, but you were able to circumnavigate it after leaving offerings of various kinds and escape after dispelling magic on the statue. Choosing the correct path, you traveled past the statue's clearing into the thorny vines beyond and quickly made your way into a dual path along the road where you discovered some spider creatures that were harvesting some poor soul captured in webs. You decided to free them, and after a pretty tough fight involving a giant wall of flames and using a deer to basically crush up a spider into goo, you managed to save one of the drained folks who turned out to be Seer Senin, your fawn friend. He urged you to follow him further because he was now late. And you did, choosing to bypass a small, thorny path in which you detected some kind of magic, but marking it for later. And then you came, as you went deeper, into a foggy, decrepit area of the Feywild, where things seem to get darker, and the fog is thicker, and clings to you as you walk, gets in your eyes, and makes vision difficult. You can't see too far ahead of you, and you decided to make camp. I believe Albuin casted a bonfire, and you decided to rest for the night after coming to a rickety old wooden bridge, not more than 2 or 3 feet across, and falling to pieces across a large, deep chasm. And that is where we left off. I'll be switching you so that you can see yourselves. Mr. Cow, could you help me switch them? Thank you.
I am awake!
I awaken from slumber.
So do we do a long rest?
Yes, you all are long rested. You're completely refilled on hit points and spell slots.
Oh, I need to set my health back to full then?
There is a long rest button under hit dice, L.rest. Just click that.
Yeah.
I see it.
And you
Long
shall be
rest.
once more empowered at full strength for your continued journey.
My potions are ready and my sword is sharp.
Excellent. As you all recombobulate, the fire sputters out, the bonfire spell slowly fading away as the damp mist that clings to all of you and creates this terrible chill. It was a rough night, and your sleep was dreamless. As you all wake up or come out of meditation in various state, although feeling righted and no longer injured and ready for more combat if it should happen, you can't help but feeling like maybe a part of you is just sinking deeper into this little fey zone. There's a confusion about you. Some memories are fuzzy.
So, did we all have a good sleep?
I don't remember. I was asleep.
Good one, Bubbly.
Well, the night usually tells me all the truths. It was tumultuous and rather, shrouded by the area we're within.
No!
That's it.
Well, I
That's a
believe we
new
should be
voice.
going- Yes, that's not how you sounded yesterday.
Has the sleep affected your way of speaking?
Yes.
It must be the fog clogging up his lungs.
Well, you know,
Can't
druid.
breathe.
We do
Are you
notice-
taking animalistic spirits into your mind now? Are you becoming one of the animals that you choose to transition into?
I don't choose.
Well, this has been enlightening. Shall we continue?
Alright.
Forward!
As you approach the bridge,
All right.
you notice that it would be impossible for more than one of you to cross, and it looks like it is falling to pieces.
Well, seeing that the state of the bridge is in utter disrepair, we should send someone we find small and expendable.
That, or I can float across the bridge. I have the ability to fly and hover if I need to be. It is dark out, and I believe I have this ability now.
A good point, Maeve. But the bridge is quite long. Can you float all the way to the other end?
I should be able to. It lasts for at least a minute and a half. I can.
I vote in favor.
Aye, it would be a shame to send the magic fellow across.
Are you afraid without me? Is that what you're trying to say?
What?
I said, are you afraid without me, little one?
I am not afraid without you. I forgot my accent earlier.
It is all right. We have all awoken from a deep sleep. It will take some time to
I
come
feel
to
as
us.
though I am losing my mind.
Take
It
a moment
must
to
be the
collect.
fog.
So what would you like to do? Is Maeve flying across? Or are you sending someone across this rickety, old, moldy bridge?
I could try flinging Bubbly if he'd like with my large trunk, but that seems a bit,
I think her
Erratic.
strength lies more in her magic than in her brawn.
I should describe this. You cannot see the other side of the chasm. It is a thick wall of fog. So thick and dense, in fact, that you can't even see more than 10, 15 feet in front of you. The bridge seems to just go off into the fog. You can't see the bottom of it either, or the other side.
let me use my Eyes of the Night for all of us here. I cast the Eyes of the Night.
Okay.
Okay.
Find that. I'm looking for it. Kind of a special thing. Hold on a second.
Is that your channel divinity?
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Should be under features.
Thank you. This will allow us to see beyond measure.
I would like to use my Witcher medallion to attempt to detect any magic in this fog, to see if it is magical or natural.
You do immediately detect magic. The fog and the ambient magic that surrounds you is almost certainly not natural.
Careful.
So, it seems my Eyes of the Night is not as effective as I hoped.
You can
Yes, the
see in
fog
front of you
seems to be
perfectly.
unnatural.
You have a perfect dark vision with the Eyes of the Night. However, you cannot penetrate the fog further. It just seems to clog up and obscure.
This bridge looks old and rickety, but again, I think it's best if I choose to march forward. I'll report back in a moment.
Hold on. Before you go, are you capable of summoning a lantern or some kind of light so we can see you through the fog?
Well, knowing that this fog is not of this earth, my Eyes of the Night should have penetrated it deeply, but alas, it remains. I don't believe I have anything of the sort.
We should tie a rope to you.
An excellent idea, Bubbly.
Very well.
Tie.
Bobbly, with deft, tiny little, like, spindly fingers rapidly ties a rope around you. He moves with a almost, like, inhuman speed, quickly tying it tightly around your waist.
There's everywhere all at once, like a little spider.
I've only 50 feet of rope.
Well,
It will have to do. Maeve,
all right.
when you're ready.
Here goes nothing. Oh wait, I chose the wrong thing.
Give me 1 second, please.
Just one moment. Maeve, your dusklight wings, magical in nature, they fold out of you as you take flight in the twilight, sparkling and a little glittery and incredibly translucent. You can clearly see through them as they watch you flap once and flap twice and then gently float forward. The rope, who's holding it?
I am.
All right, Bobley is holding the rope. Everyone else is just watching. Bobley has it firmly.
And I am holding Bubbly.
All right,
So
Like,
it
I
will
very-
fall.
Bobley.
I like cinematically like walk out like 3 or 4 steps, and I like kind of like do like a slow turn back to the group and just like, I promise, I'll be back very soon.
Okay.
Stay safe. Watch
That
your
was
back.
a cool move you did there.
Like a very Jurassic Park 3.
You looked very cool. Do you think she
And
heard?
And then I completely go invisible in the fog. You cannot see me at all, but the rope is like kind of like
The rope
dangling
is-
and kind of like
They
vibrating.
are holding it as
in your
you
hand.
disappear into the fog. The others lose sight of you.
Okay. And
Now,
I
Maeve.
hear I make like a loud noise. I go, "Oh! What is that?" And they can hear me, okay?
Okay.
What was what? What do you see?
I see. And then my voice trails off.
Huh?
All right, Maeve,
I
will
cannot
be
hear.
describing something you do see as you fly forward. How have you flown out
Okay.
of the 50-foot radius?
Well, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking directly at what appears to be my clone, but they don't know this because I think I'm like, I'm very faint. Like if I'm yelling at them, that's all they hear. They just hear like just nothing.
So we ran out of rope,
Um,
right?
Yeah,
Well, she's moved out of the
basically.
50-foot radius, then she is pulling you guys, and you're either holding her back or she's pulling you. It's one or the other.
Oh, you're right.
I'm assuming this is like my clone.
Okay, I will describe it to you, but first I want to figure out this rope deal. So you are
Yeah.
definitely more than 50
Okay.
feet away from
Okay,
them.
should I just go back then? I'll just go
Yeah,
back.
You could go back.
I'll
a
just
little
walk
bit.
back
You
and
feel the
explain
rope
them.
go
You can go
taut
back.
around your waist as
Okay.
you hit the 50-foot max.
I fly backwards. I like basically like very quickly fly backwards, and I'm like in
You
a
don't
panic,
have to fly back
basically.
all the way, but you can fly back as far as you want. You're in control. It's
Okay.
just the rope is taut at 50 feet.
I fly back as soon as they can see me again. I don't know if this is like the determinant of what that is. They can
Okay.
see me
I mean,
finally.
you can move
and I'm
anyway
like-
in 50 feet from where Bobley and Vrennis are holding you.
Okay, I'm silent. My eyes are as large as saucers, and I'm just like kind of like panting.
All right, guys. I think we have run out of rope. Does anyone else have anything we can tie around my ankle so I can go in?
I'm certain I have some rope inside of my pack. We can tie another 50 feet length of rope to it.
All right. Then
We don't
This
have to
is-
resort to
I
savagery.
like to think it's the rope tied around Maeve, then held by Bobley, who is being held like a toddler by Vorenus, who is going to have a rope tied around his ankle as he walks forward.
I think this is an excellent idea.
Is that the plan? Is that what you guys are doing?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All
I
right.
saw, and I'm
What
like
did you
stumbling for
see?
words. I'm stumbling for words.
Was it a monster?
Someone else go. I'm not sure I can speak on this matter. Maybe it's the meditation. Maybe it's my mind. I need a moment to think about this.
All right. Settle down. I shall take your place. Stand aside, recuperate. I will get to the bottom of this fog.
Are you still holding Bobley as you walk?
What say you, Bubbly? Stay?
Let's
or go with me?
go!
All right.
All right.
Vorenus, you proceed forward, holding Bobley like a toddler in your grip, walking forward across the bridge. It definitely creaks beneath your combined weight with his massive sword. It seems to be holding, but it is no. It's close.
How many feet am I?
How many
You have
feet is
50
this?
feet of rope from your ankle, and then you have an additional 50 feet to Maeve. So you could progress 50 feet if you'd like.
I can't measure feet. I
I
can.
can. It's every
So,
square is 5 feet. You can go
Should
up
I
to the
come
50
with?
foot. If you'd like, you could fly alongside him. It's up to you.
So do I have 100 feet?
Okay.
You have 50
I'll
feet
come with you,
until it
Bart.
goes taut around your ankle because you tied it in a chain link to.
Okay, so wait, so Maeve's coming with me?
I mean,
I thought
Maeve
she was staying because she was traumatized.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was saying too.
We didn't think this. All right.
Maeve can go out ahead of you 50 feet, and then you were stuck at 50 feet
amateurs.
because now you're taut here.
I think it is
Okay.
better for her to stay back, considering
I think I'm gonna
she's
stay back.
traumatized.
Okay.
I'm
You
just
still
kinda
can't move
shaking my
forward
head.
because you only have 50 feet tied to you, unless you'd like to just
Okay.
pull the rope.
I'll stay right there.
We could just take the rope off of Maeve and tie it to the other end of the rope, thus having 100 feet.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back and do
Looks at
that.
Aldwin as he says this.
Come back. That is always the plan. We did not
This
think
wasn't meant to be like one of those like how can I get everybody across the bridge scenarios. Like the rope is
like the river.
you just tie each other up in ropes.
You got
We're all tangled.
into a
There's ropes
ridiculous
all over us.
degree.
Yeah, I untie
Everyone
the
has
rope
ropes
from
on
Maeve's waist and I tie it to the end of the other rope.
Okay, you now
All
have
right.
100 feet
I
of
had to run my
movement,
leg.
Vorenus, to your ankle. You can move 100 feet before it becomes taut.
All right.
Good luck, Fornus.
I guess is he still carrying Bobbly?
I guess so, if he's going across. Mr. Kyle, how do I click off of someone's token? I'm stuck on Maeve's token.
Draw a box anywhere. It's like
Ah,
Oh,
thank you. Okay, so let me describe this for you. All right, as you progress forward, the rope goes taut at 100 feet, and however, ahead of you on this rickety old bridge along these like almost, you can feel the creak of your weight, Varanus, being so hefty, as well as holding Bobbly and his sword dangling off to the side of him, directly over this like cavernous depth. All you can see around you is the bridge, forward and back, and the fog that surrounds you. But ahead of you, you see two figures. And as you step closer, they begin to become clear. You are looking at what seems to be yourself holding Bobbly with a rope tied to your ankle, walking towards you.
What sorcery is this?
Across,
Some
you
kind
hear,
of mirror?
What sorcery is this? Some kind of mirror?
Do not mimic me.
Do not.
I will not be made fun of.
I will not be made fun of. He mimics you in every sense of the word, every motion. You can even see where your eyes lock together or you look away. You always meet in the same spot.
Bobbling is very cool.
Bobbly is very cool.
Yes.
Yes.
It appears to be some kind of mirror image.
It appears to be
I
some
would
kind
like
of
to-
mirror image. No, I won't keep repeating, but that's what they do.
I,
What would you like to do, Varanus?
Hmm,
They block your path.
I would like to.
There is no ability to go around them.
I would attempt to reach out and touch myself.
All right. As you walk forward, the other version of you walks forward as well. And you reach out a hand, and your fingertips, gloved and massive like sausages, they brush against the other Varenuses. It's like you're looking in a mirror. They match you tip to tip.
Hmm. I attempt to take the clone Bobbly from the clone of me.
The clone of you in sequence attempts to take Bobbly from you as well.
Whoa!
All right, all right. Some kind of mirror. I'm not too smart. I do not know.
I do not know. Are you continuing this pass off
I
of
don't sound
Bobblies
like
to
that.
each other?
Yes. Let
Okay.
me think. I start to make out with myself.
Okay. You lean in close. You see your scarred face and your deep set penetrating eyes and your chiseled chin, and you begin to passionately kiss your clone. It
You are
feels like
so
a
beautiful.
kiss. You're kissing someone.
I love you.
I love you.
All right, well,
You keep smashing your noses together.
Both Bobblies are crushed between the massive, like, barrel chests of Voranuses.
Ooh!
Ooh!
I would like to. Bubbly, what do you think about this?
This is very odd.
The synchronicity
True.
between what you're saying and what your clones are saying is so immediate that it's not like an echo. It just sounds like your voice is reverberating because they're saying it in sequence with you in real time. It's not like an after thing.
Shall we go back and report the party of what we have found, or attempt to solve this mystery of the mirror image?
Let us see if they appear in the mirror. Roar. Mirror. The bridge.
All right, let us go back.
All right, you return with your 100 feet of rope around your ankle and Bobbly in your grip.
Can't move. It doesn't. It tells me the attempted token collides with at least one thing. Oh, there we go.
There you go. You walk back across the bridge. It is creaking heavily under your weight. You're not sure it'll be able to take more than one person again at a time. However, you return
Oh.
safely, and your party awaits you.
What did
All
you
right,
see?
Your
something
turn.
very, very bizarre. There appears to be some kind of magical mirror at the end of this bridge. And also,
So it wasn't just me.
I am really fat or really muscular, so I do not advise sending more than one person out again, lest we plummet to our death.
Did your mirror images do anything erratic? Did they attack you or make any remarks aside from the ones you were making?
No, they were a literal mirror of everything we were saying, down to the last kiss, but we won't talk about that.
Yes, I didn't ask.
We propose that one of the magicians or wizards go across the bridge. They may have better experience with such.
Very well, I shall
wizardry.
devise the purpose of this mirror.
Wait, you forgot the rope!
I'm holding the other end of it.
Oh, all right. Here, don't pull my foot.
Right, Albin sachets forward, his robes blustering in the fog. He immediately begins walking at a quick clip across the bridge, unbothered by the creaking beneath him, as he is smart enough to calculate his weight, and there's so many geometric patterns in his head. But as he steps across, the fog begins to envelop behind him, and ahead of you, you can see walking towards you is the thin frame of yourself.
Well, well, well.
Well, well, well.
Can I, like, reach out and try to feel the surface of the mirror?
You can. As you reach out, the other you does as well, and your hands, they interlock. He is physically there. You can touch him in a 3D space.
Can I try to... I'm gonna interlock hands with my mirror self and try to spin around, like switch places.
Okay. You do so
Should have
easily.
thought of that.
You spin around. You are now opposite each other, looking into each other's eyes. You are facing the direction you came from, and the clone is facing the way they came from as well.
Alright, I'm going to walk this way.
Okay, you continue walking, and you watch as the clone behind you continues in the opposite direction. Okay. Okay, so here's how this goes. You reach the end of the rickety bridge. You see where it stops, and ahead of you, you see your party. They look to you. And across the bridge, you all see Albin returning. And you look at
Albin.
him.
What did you find?
What did you find?
Now,
What have you found?
this might be a little confusing. As they're talking to you, you hear Maeve say, "What did you find?" And Verennis similarly.
Yeah, I speak to them and I say, it's quite simple, really. All you need to do is grasp your mirror version's hand and do a quick spin around to swap places. Then simply walk to the other end of the bridge.
Now that's what you say to them. However, on the other side of the bridge, the other Albwyn says to the clones here, excuse me, says to the real party, getting confused, says to the real party, it was so strange. I saw my clone, and then I returned here. It was just as you said.
Right.
How did you return here?
I walked on my 2 legs.
A likely story. I don't
Maeve
trust it.
kind of like walks up to Albwyn, kind of like does like a floats around. I'm still floating, so I kind of like
Sure.
float all
Oh,
the way
also, I
around.
should let you know, the rope, you definitely at some point would have had to let go of it. So it's
Yeah.
slack as you walk across the bridge.
Well, it was tied to my foot, but I
Yeah.
suppose.
I mean, it's slack to your foot, and it goes.
Yeah, I would
seemingly
have
off.
let go
Yeah.
of
So-
the rope.
Oh,
It's still
alright,
tied to your
alright,
foot,
alright,
but the
yes,
Albin
yes,
in front of you is not holding the other end.
Who's gonna notice that? I mean, I probably do.
I'm just letting you know that. You can make a perception
Yeah.
check if that you feel that's something that you would
I feel
keenly
like
pick up
I
on.
feel like yeah. I felt like I
It's
probably
tied
should
to
do.
my foot. I should probably make a perception check.
Yeah, you okay?
All right, go ahead. All right, your keen sense of perception.
lopsided.
It's okay. I'll take the first roll. It's no worries. Your keen sense of perception, Verennis. You have a certain feeling, like wriggling in the back of your brain. Why would Albin drop the rope? But it doesn't seem like overtly suspicious. It's just something you noticed.
Do I hear what they're saying? Like, their clones saying it?
Their clones are saying exactly the same things on the other end that they're saying, and you're a bit confused.
All right, I'm gonna move to the side. And I'm gonna point towards the center of the bridge and say, "Well, what are you waiting for? One of you go across."
Okay. They
What does
look
the
at
clone
you.
say of Albwyn?
I would like you, Albwyn, to make a perception roll as well. The real Albwyn.
Okay.
Wait, do we have the information about how he crossed?
I mean, you know
Did
that
Albwyn tell
he
us?
went across and seemingly came back. You don't know that this is a clone. You just, it's all you know is he went out into the fog and then came back, and this looks exactly
Yeah,
like it.
I said how I
Okay.
got across, but the clone said something different.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys
I thought he
wanna
would mirror
mute
what you
Scifri?
said, but he doesn't.
If all of you want to mute Cipher on Discord, that may help.
Ooh, that's so interesting. Sure.
Okay, okay. let's
Except
do
you,
it.
Crumpet, obviously.
Sure,
Let's
that
do it.
sounds fun. Okay, so the real
Done.
the real Albwyn, excuse me, is across the bridge, and the clone is currently talking to you, but you don't know this. So all of you, please mute Scifri, if you wouldn't mind, in Discord.
I did it.
Cool.
Ty, can you still hear them or no?
Yep, I did it.
Yeah, I can still hear them.
Perfect.
hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I'm standing right in front of you.
Albwyn says to you all, "Yes, I'm standing right in front of you."
Well, Albin, did you find anything?
Yes, I've found the way across the bridge. You simply change places with your clone.
Yes, I found a
Albwyn?
way across the bridge.
All right. What is it then?
You simply must go across and kill your clone.
Well, that solves it then. Sounds pretty simple to me.
Oh no.
Did you kill your clone, Albwyn?
Maybe ask you on this side.
No, I didn't kill anybody. You just swap places. Do a little spin.
He says, "Yes, I did. I stabbed him."
Wait a minute.
You're okay.
Stabbed
say?
him? With
Yes.
what?
Yeah. Albwyn,
Did
you
he
ha-
not stab at you?
He did, but I dodged it.
Okay, clearly some things are getting lost in translation. There is no stabbing involved. You simply
Maeve's eyes
walk
squint like an
across
arrow.
the bridge.
Like very obviously.
All you must do is walk across the bridge. It's very simple. We'll have to go single file. I don't think it will hold all of our weight. Albin, you notice that Maeve is narrowing her eyes at you on the other side of the bridge.
I would like to take a look at like Albwyn's equipment or his weapon to see if there's like blood or anything. You know, perception check maybe.
Okay. Yes, you may. You may perform a perception check. That's a very good perception roll. Holy shit! You notice that Albin's. Yeah, what are you equipped with, Albin?
2 daggers.
2 daggers. You notice both of his daggers are comfortably resting in their hilts. There seems to be no sign of blood dripping from it. There may be on the end, but you are keen enough in your intense perception to know that he has not unsheathed these since the time you woke up. They're in the exact same position.
Albwyn, if
Yes?
you chose to stab or kill your own clone, why is it that your weapons of choice, your daggers, have no blood on wearing them?
Oh, well, the clone disintegrated into dust, much like the pixies of the Feywild.
I suppose.
I did not
Maeve?
So
stab
then,
the clone.
At
I
the
did not
middle
stab
of
him.
the
I
bridge,
simply
we would
walked
find
past.
the dust there.
The dust was blown away in the fog. You will find none. As soon as you kill your own clone, it will be similar.
Can I? Wait, can I feel the wind? I want to like comment about the wind, but I don't know if it's windy here.
It's like foggy, I guess. It's like foggy and there's a gentle breeze. Across the way, Albin is having a time trying to have a conversation with you all. Like, completely confused on your responses.
I'm just gonna start gesturing
Okay,
with my hands like
I'm gonna
you
walk up
walk
to-
across the bridge
to
and you
Sir
go.
Albin.
This way.
Yes.
And I'm going to place my hand right on his right shoulder or his left shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, if this is the real Albin, show yourself. And I'm going to cast a spell magic on Sir Albin.
Okay. You cast Dispel Magic. Albin looks around confusedly. But otherwise, and you can tell this as you cast the spell, is entirely flesh and blood. He is just Albin.
Okay. Well, then I trust him at this point. At this point, I'm completely convinced this is the Albin that I know. Very well.
Why are you
Time to
touching me?
lay it.
Just go across the bridge.
I think single file, we should go
Just
across
go.
and
Okay.
kill our clone.
Maeve says that to you, Albin, on the other side, after putting her hand on you confusedly. And you look back at her like, that's not what I said. I did not say to kill them. But on this side, the Albin just nods to you, Maeve. In agreement. Yes. Let's proceed.
I'm with Bobley. I wish to see the dust that this apparent clone turned into after dying.
The
Well,
Albin,
you might need to go wind walk because apparently it blew away, said Sir Albin.
I did not grab any as it disintegrated. I was so surprised. It fell to dust in my hands and...
Why are you so fixated on dust? It's
Sir
just
Albin.
across the bridge.
I have a question for you. How is it possible that the wind of such a low velocity could blow away this dust?
It's simply
This
so.
wind velocity doesn't factor. Just go across the bridge.
This time he
All
does
right.
say, he says exactly, wind velocity doesn't factor. Just go across the bridge.
What is Animorph doing during all this?
Good
I
question.
just have my arms crossed and I'm just
Do
observing.
you want to just do you want to just go across the bridge too? Like,
Yes, I think we
What if-
should send
what-
Animorph. He has been awfully quiet.
yeah. I walk up to Animorph and I kind of tap him on the face. I like poke his forehead. What are you doing?
Observing.
As you're touching Animorph's face, it seems to sink in a little bit. Like their form isn't entirely solid. Like it's amorphous and always changing.
I like yank my hand back and I like flick it off. Like
It's like
I'm
it's
flicking
touching like
boogers on
a
my
like made
fingers.
of like someone made of jello almost.
Well,
If
Animorph,
I must.
Animorph steps forward. You are walking across the bridge.
Be careful not to collapse the
Albin,
bridge.
you on the other side watch as Albin goes forward into the fog.
Finally,
Animorph?
some progress.
Now, Animorph, as you cross the bridge across from you, you see what appears to be an exact replica of yourself walking towards you.
I poke myself.
Yourself pokes you back. You feel a little bit of give, your amorphous form constantly trying to change holding together as you poke yourself.
Springy. And I just keep poking myself a little bit.
You continue poking yourself as the person across from you says at the same time, springy. You feel every poke. It feels as though you are being poked.
He should have crossed the bridge by now.
Alwyn, turning to the others on this side, says, you should have crossed the bridge by now. Who's next?
Why in such a rush, Alpin? You're usually quite patient.
Well, Sinan was in quite the hurry.
I grab myself.
Okay.
And I try to chuck myself backwards.
I'm trying to picture how this works. All right, you grab yourself. You grab yourself by your own robes, almost like a lapel.
I'm gonna make like an acrobatics check or something.
Make a strength check because they are grabbing you as well. Go ahead and make a strength roll. Holy shit, you're strong as fuck. Okay, you easily throw yourself backwards, and yourself throws you backwards with just as much force, and you both sail back several feet and land on your back. It knocks the wind out of you. No damage is taken, but you almost break clean through the bridge. You can tell that like another hit like that's going to send you sailing directly down. Several planks creak. One crumbles entirely, but it was among some others, so it's not a horrid loss.
So I should just like move forward a little bit.
The other you moves forward as well. It mimics your actions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, no. Like we should switch places basically if we did that correctly, right?
Oh, you were throwing each other past
Yeah,
yourself?
I was throwing it behind me, so
yeah, that's
I would be in. Yeah.
You threw them behind you, and they threw you behind them, almost twirling and throwing each other on the other side of each other. All right, you are now looking at your clone. You are on the other side of them.
I start going across the bridge.
Your clone
like
likewise
usual.
does. You
Yeah.
see Alwyn and the others waiting for you.
Well then, that's 2 out of 5.
Easy.
As Animorph arrives on the other side, this is on the side with the majority real people.
I'm
You
going to
guys
mute
see
barely.
Animorph return,
Okay, yeah, same.
and Animorph says, "That was, or excuse me, it's just as he said. I killed them, and they turned to dust.
How did you kill the clone?
I
Just
turned
curious.
into a hummingbird, and I pecked my own eye out.
Did your clone also change with you?
It tried to, but I was faster.
And why did you choose the hummingbird?
I cannot choose.
Wait a minute.
This checks out. I trust
disagree.
you.
I disagree. When we were there, Bubbly,
Well,
our
we start
mirror
running
images...
across the bridge.
Bobbly starts sprinting across the bridge.
with his great
Both
sword out.
Animorph and
Wait,
Alwyn
Bobbly!
on the other side watching
Wait!
a tiny
Kill
Bobbly
Bobbly.
runs directly across the bridge.
Wait! Get back!
You can attempt to stop him if you want. You have rope tied around your ankle, I guess, but it's up to you. You have seconds.
I take the rope and I swing it like a lasso and I aim it for him.
I'm gonna need an athletics check on this one.
Turn into Arnold.
Holy fuck, you guys you're rolling high today. Goddamn. All right, you lasso expertly. Are you trying to dodge the lasso, Bobbly, or what?
I wouldn't see it coming because I'm running.
Okay.
I'm running.
Then the lasso it wraps around your tiny form, and you are suddenly held in place as you attempt to run forward. You're immediately whoop and stopped.
Ooh!
I reel him back in like a fish.
You're being reeled back in. What do you do, Bobbly?
I run at my full speed against it.
Against it. Okay, so it'd be. I would like Bobbly to make a strength check then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you are desperately fighting it, but he's reeling you back in, and you're moving backward, but your little feet, they're moving so fast. It's like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon. You're
The
kicking
magic
up.
bridge is not letting me across!
You, on the other side, Albin and Amblemorph, you see Vorenus lasso Bobbly as he attempts to run across, and he is pulling them in. Do you decide to do anything about this? You're just watching this happen.
I just.
I'm just watching.
Just watching it.
Wait,
I
Bobbly.
grab
Wait,
Bobbly.
is someone talking? I can't tell because I have muted. Is no one
I
I will
talking?
let
grab
you know, I'll let you
Bobbly.
Okay.
I untie him
Wait,
from
Bobbly.
the rope and I throw him
Wait.
across the
Did
bridge.
you listen to Animorph
Okay.
when he spoke?
Vorenus, as you're saying this, Albin walks forward, and he unties Bobbly from the rope.
Yes!
No. Wait, does Bobbly keep running? What is
If he wants
Bobbly
to.
keeps running.
Bobbly continues running.
He will start his sprint again if you want to try it.
I throw the rope again.
Albin, you see on the other side, this is the other side, you see Vorenus going for a second rope throw as Bobbly once again charges forward.
I would like to catch
Do I
the
roll
rope.
fucking-
All right, make me a. All right, make me a dexterity check. I think that would work.
Okay.
Oh shit! All right,
Oh, okay.
it is a not 20. Fucking Vorenus chucks this rope. However, although it is definitely headed directly for Bobbly, Albin does catch the rope, and he has it in his grip.
Just cross
Whee!
the bridge.
Albin, what did you do that for?
Says, just cross the bridge! And now you watch as both Bobbly disappears into the fog. Bobbly, you see yourself directly in front of you. Massive sword trailing along behind you, almost cutting apart the bridge as you walk, but you're holding it just
Oh my
so you
God.
don't destroy it.
Oh my.
And Bobbly will swing at his clone. with
Okay.
his
No!
I would like you to make an attack roll against.
Ha!
Okay. That's a natural one. All right. You swing wide, attempting to cleave into the other Bobbly, and the other Bobbly does not swing wide. The other Bobbly swings directly into you and strikes you.
Oh!
Your sword goes
Ow!
full wide over his little head, and he strikes you directly in the chest. We make an attack. This is so interesting. Okay. I believe
love
it's
this.
inventory and then greatsword and roll like so. Did I do that correctly? Yes. Unfortunately, this strike does not hit you as well. It bounces definitely off of you, Bobbly. It didn't have a lot of weight behind it, and you were moving away in your own swing. It does not deal any damage. It just simply whacks off of you, broadside.
Ha ha!
Ha ha! It is now once more
He-
copying you.
He swings again.
Sorry.
He swung again. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This one definitely hits. You strike into the Bobbly across from you, and you watch as this Bobbly attempts to do the same to you.
Do I hear the sounds of them fighting?
You unfortunately do not hear the sounds of them fighting in the fog. All right, Bobbly, as you strike into yourself and he strikes into you, you take 13 slashing damage, and the
Ow!
Bobbly ahead of you takes 11 as it's slashed into you. I'd like you to make a perception check as well.
Okay. Okay.
Taking so long.
It would seem as though he's simply copying you.
He should have made it across by now. He was running rather fast.
If he was copying me, like, directly, wouldn't the hits be the same?
That's what that perception check was for.
Oh.
I guess out of character, you are aware that he hit you differently, but in character, you are not aware of that.
Okay. Bobbly will
point over the shoulder of his clone and say, "What is that over there?" And then he will look behind himself. Like, he will turn around physically.
You hear the other Bobbly say the same. And
What?
You look behind yourself. You see nothing but the fog.
Oh, you almost got me with that one.
You almost got me with that one. He's pointing at you in the same way. Ha ha ha!
I give him a hug.
Bleeding
Aw.
and slightly cut up, you give your other Bobbly a hug and he embraces you as well.
Oh.
Now you have to die.
Oh shit. Okay, he says the same to you, and breaking the hug, you both attempt to strike each other. Oh shit. Alright. You strike again. This one, I'd also like you to make another perception check. You watch as your strike hits true. You cut into the other Bobbly. However, this Bobbly ahead of you, as he hits you, the broadside is slightly turned down and he does not enter your flesh at all. In fact, it simply rebounds. And you do notice it this time. It is not the same wound that the Bobbly across from you received. He definitely got that worse than you did.
So it is true.
So it is true!
Ha!
Oh, jeez. All right, you strike again. As
You're
does
powerless to stop.
the other Bobbly. He strikes as well, attempting to hit you. Both of your strikes find true. This one, you may make another perception check if you like, if you're looking for it. Any differences? It's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as you can tell, what Albuin and Animorph said is working. You're killing the clone, and it is striking you back. However, I'd like you to make an intelligence check. You also take 12 slashing damage as you cut into him and he's cut into you. All right.
Ow!
That was actually your brain trying to combobulate a thought. You are just smart enough, literally just smart enough, like on the dot, to ascertain that both Albuin and Animorph had no wounds whatsoever, and you are definitely getting wounded.
They must have been very lucky.
All right. Once more, you strike, and he across from you attempts the same. You struck him for 17, and he strikes you similarly, but only for 11.
Ow!
You are noticing that you both have different wounds appearing on you as these two in the middle of the fog and this rickety old moldy bridge, two massive 9-foot-long greatswords are clinging and clanging against each other as you're striking your tiny little bodies. Being very careful not to cut the rope or damage the bridge as you attack each other. What would you like to do next?
Again!
Okay. Once more, you strike the other Bobbly. And the other Bobbly swings incredibly wide. And unfortunately, you watch as his sword cuts out a part of the bridge. An entire section of it is immediately the floor, knocked out beneath, not you, but quite close between you.
Whoa!
Wow! He says across from you.
Can we hear any of this?
You guys cannot hear it, unfortunately. The fog
Oh my
is too
God.
dense and dampened sound in the middle of the bridge.
Oh my god.
Although...
Ah!
Oh shit, okay. You strike once more and the Bobbly across from you strikes as well. Striking you back. Oh! Slightly harder than you struck him. At this point, I'd like to pause for just a moment because it's been a couple of seconds. It has been longer than it took Albuin or Animorph at this point. If anyone else would like to do something, you may at this point choose to do something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will turn to Bobbly's actions.
I think we okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to do for?
Maeve, Remember?
You can ask me.
Yeah,
Okay.
in character, yes. Remember when Animorph came back and he said that he was too fast for his clone to react to his attack?
I do.
I think this was a lie. When Bobbly and I were out there, they mimicked us perfectly with speed and precision. I do not trust this Albwin.
Now, pause for a moment. On the other side of the bridge, Albwin and Animorph, you hear Vorenus and Maeve talking to each other. Vorenus did not just say what you heard. He said something different.
Oh.
He said,
Well, they should be here soon. In the meantime, perhaps. Alpin, Animorph, you could come closer.
I'd like to make an insight check
you may.
because I know I'm talking to a clone.
Yeah, he hasn't crossed the bridge
Fuck, I
yet.
don't know what they're doing.
Like,
Vorenus seems to have no sordid intentions. He simply wishes you to join him closer still, since you're a little on the bridge.
I also want to do an insight check because obviously it's a
You
clone,
may-
right?
You
Like he
absolutely
hasn't.
can. Yeah, it is your understanding that this
yeah,
is,
on
as
this
far
side
as
of
you
the bridge,
understand,
we're
this is a
very
clone.
aware that these are the clones.
Yeah.
You likewise, Vorenus seems to have no ill intent. However, he does seem to be motioning Alwyn closer to him, and Maeve also earnestly nodding.
I'm gonna, I sort of dust off my cloak and I say, very well, as the one who seduced the solution to this puzzle, I shall go back across the bridge and ensure that Bobbly has a safe traversal.
I'd like you to make a perception check as you say that.
All right. 16.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. You notice just a flicker, almost as fast as lightning. Vorenus glares at you, and then his countenance returns normal. He goes,
Very well, if that's what you wish to do.
Hmm.
okay.
Go.
Okay, so Bobbly, we're returning to you for just a brief moment as Albin decides if he's going to run in. Albin, this is the defining moment here. You're either moving into the fog or staying for an extra second. What are you determining?
I'm going to stay for an extra second.
All right, Bobbly, what would you like to do?
I swing!
Okay.
Oh.
Likewise, your attack strikes true, and it connects in the same way as he strikes at you as well.
Ow!
You both are looking horrible. However, as you strike him, you cleave him in two. And you watch as he splutters, blood and guts, disgusting. You've cut him directly in half. He's split apart and falls. Definitely, there's blood all over you as you've popped yourself like a piñata. The massive 9-foot-long iron sword falls into the abyss that he was carrying, as does his two parts, split like a little meatball down the middle.
Oh my god.
You are now standing alone on the bridge. You are incredibly wounded.
Oh no!
But your path is clear.
Bobbly will turn around and sprint back the way he came.
Very well. You sprint back as Alburn sprints forward. back
With
across-
sword in hand.
Okay, with sword in hand.
So does Bobbly not come to the side of the
Nope,
bridge?
you walk forward as Bobbly
runs
walks back. Albin, as Bobbly reaches the other end, back with his friends, you reach the middle of the bridge where there is a blood stain, and it is gruesome. It is everywhere, all across the center of the bridge. This was not here when you walked across before.
Oh my goodness, Bobbly is dead!
Yeah, there's nothing to determine that it was Bobbly. Although
The
you
bridge
did
was
see him-
clean before!
Oh shit, you're right. You saw Bobbly run off and now there's just a blood stain. So yeah, I guess you could ascertain that potentially something happened to Bobbly. Bobbly, as you run back, you see the others. You rejoin them on the other side. I'd like you to make a perception check as you run towards them and they see you.
Okay.
Okay, you notice nothing in particular as you run towards them. Vernus, Maeve, you both see Bobbly. He is bleeding. There are massive
Bobbly!
fucking wounds all over him.
Wobbly! What has happened?
You bastard! And he will run and swing his sword at the Albin on this
Albin.
side.
Okay, sure.
Oh
Please
shit!
make an attack.
Ha!
Okay, you strike true. You smack Albin directly in the side of the head with the blunt side of your blade, knocking him to the ground. He goes, "Oh, Bobbly, what are you doing?"
You lied!
I did not.
I-
I did not. He holds up his hands, pleading, looking up at you. Please, please stop.
I need Shrimp to roll like I guess it's like an athletics check or something, because I'm gonna use my trunk and like try to hoist him up like
You're
above my
attempting to
head.
grapple him.
Yeah, so he's like his legs and his arms are like flailing, and he's like, put me down, but I don't know
Okay.
if this is gonna work.
You
so.
can
I
attempt to
wanna walk
grapple.
up to the board
If he
and-
attempts to resist it, it'll be strength checks. Albin,
Oh,
before I
Buckley,
do this,
you were so young.
in the middle of the bridge, Albin is screaming and crying over the blood stain that he believes is Bobbly.
Oh no.
Okay, Maeve, I'd like you to roll a strength check, and Bobbly, I'd like you to do one as well.
Okay. Well, Bobbly wouldn't resist.
Okay, you don't have to roll one then, and you don't either, Maeve.
Okay.
You are within her trunk. She is holding you.
Okay, cool. Bubbly, explain yourself at once.
I went to strike the other me! He is dead! Sliced in twain!
What did you think would happen when you stuck yourself?
I thought he would turn to dust as he said, but it was not true!
Bobbly, I think
What?
this is Albin speaking. I think you're
Oh.
confused. Obviously, something happened. You look horribly bruised. If we just allow you to heal, and then we could progress across the bridge.
I wish to attempt to cast the Witcher sign Axii, which is the one about persuasion.
Okay.
In this case, it will be suggestion. To try and get Albin to tell the truth about his clone.
All right, you may cast suggestion on Albin.
Roll. Okay. Third level.
Okay, that is their level of save is DC 14 Wisdom. Albin will roll a Wisdom saving throw, attempting to resist it. Albin watches as you cast this. He goes, "Vornis, I swear, I'm telling the truth. Bobbly is confused. We must merely go across. Please do not."
I wish to
strike me."
punch him.
You wish to punch Albin?
Yes.
All right, you totally may. Go right ahead. Albin, what are you doing on the middle of the bridge?
The clone killed Bobbly. It should have been me.
Okay.
Wait, if Albin's at the middle of the bridge, wouldn't his clone be at the middle of the bridge?
No. Seemingly not. Also, Animorph, you just reminded me of something. That is more
I
than
was out
enough.
of character, but
No, you're totally fine. You just reminded me of
Sorry.
something, actually. Thank you for speaking. Alwyn will attempt to dodge your punch. And he does... Oh, wait. I should roll an opposing strength check, actually. Hold on. Rolling check. He does not, actually, and you clock him in the jaw. Could you roll an unarmed damage strike?
D6 plus your strength
A
modifier.
d6 plus strength.
How do I do that? How do I do that?
You can type in /roll and then do d6. And hit enter, and
You
then
have
we'll
a
just add
strength
your
mod
strength.
of
Oh, just that.
3.
Okay.
Okay, so that is that already adding it, Mr. Cow, or is that 7 damage?
No, 7.
Okay, you clock Albin across the jaw. He goes, "Oi!" And you watch the tooth falls in between the cracks of the planks of the bridge and off into the abyss. You've really struck him hard. Now, on the other side of the bridge, Animorph, you watch as Vorenus punches you in the face. It just attempts directly to punch you in the face.
Oh shit.
He will make a similar strength ability check. And now, Animorph, I would like you to make a strength ability check as well in opposition.
Oh.
Right. You... Oh, hold on. You easily duck the punch. It seemed a little like half... Almost like he wasn't fully aware he was about to do it. And you narrowly dodge Vernus striking out at you. What would you like to do?
I want to... I don't want a wild shape, but I would like to maybe... Is it? I'll thorn whip him in retaliation.
Go right ahead.
I don't know.
All right, so you create a
It's
long
not a-
vine-like
I
thing
have
covered in
to-
thorns. Make a melee spell attack against the target. Okay, could you make a melee spell attack for me?
I don't know.
Mr. Cal, how would that work exactly? Can you just click on Thorn Whip and roll it, or how does it work?
Well, no,
that's
he had
something
to
I
add
had to
it in.
import. Just do a wisdom ability check, and then we're going to add your proficiency.
Okay.
+4, so that does not hit.
Okay, you watch as the Thorn Whip glides off of his thick armored carapace on the other side of the bridge. This is so funny. Vernus, you watch as Animorph turns around and Thorn Whips you, a vine rapidly extending and attacking you. I'd like the Animorph copy to make a Thorn Whip attack.
He's attacking me on my side of the bridge?
Yes,
I'll
he's
do it.
attacking you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Cal. You watch as Animorph spins, and immediately a thorn extending from their cloaked hand strikes out at you directly. It's coming right at your face. It does hit you.
Shit.
And it also does, I believe, let's see, it takes 1d6 piercing damage and
2d6.
2d6. Okay, right, because he's higher level. You take 9 piercing damage, Brennus, as the thorns sink into your hide, wrapping you entirely around your body. You are encased in this thick vine wrap.
So down to 94?
Yes, it is just -9.
So am I trapped?
You are not trapped, however, you get the feeling that he can move you around a little bit because it has a lot of give and it seems to be particularly strong vine. But he has not made any move to move you. You are just wrapped, but you can make actions and stuff.
I would like to.
Oh wait, it's the wrong accent, sorry.
I would like to attempt to cut the vine with my big sword.
You may attempt to. Please roll an attack roll against the vine.
The sword?
Yes, with your sword. It's more than enough. It's just a vine. You cut the vine, deftly. You sever it. All right, and
Don't I?
do you want to continue attacking? You may. You have an extra attack if you want to do anything else. This isn't like this is more fluid combat, technically speaking. Are you attempting to engage with the Animorph? Otherwise, combat will just start, sort of.
Oh, okay. No, I'll skip.
Okay, you've severed the vine. You're looking at Animorph. They're looking at you wide-eyed, like they were surprised that they did that.
Animorph, what was the meaning of this? That hurt?
Animorph looks back at you and says,
I'm sorry, I can't choose.
What do you mean you can choose?
I do not have control. Like my wild shapes, it happens at random.
You're going to attack us randomly.
I should not. I apologize, I'm stressed.
You have never done this before?
It happened out of nowhere. I was so shocked to see Albin attacked.
I'm
gonna
still holding
walk back
Bobbly.
to
I kind of
this
like curl
side of
Bobbly
the
in with my
bridge.
little trunk and I wipe his eyes off and I pat his head and I lay him down on the ground. And I kind of like shake my head and I'm just, my eyes are rolling and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to cross the bridge in a different manner. It seems that I was blocked by some force and I don't really want to kill it, to be honest with you. So I'll do something different. I can cast my like flying spell 4 times, by the way, Crumpet.
Sure.
So I'm
If you
gonna
wanna
do
fly
that
across.
again.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly
before you-
across in a different way though.
All
I'm
right.
not
As
gonna
you're
go
flying
across the
across, Alwyn, on your side of the bridge, what did you say you were doing?
Adam, it is a tragedy. The clone killed Bobley.
Vorenus punched me.
Well, he's a clone, remember? Don't trust him.
Oh,
You're right.
as you walk back, Alwyn,
Yeah.
you watch as Vorenus unsheathes his sword and strikes that Animorph.
Oh shit. Can I cast a spell?
You may.
I
He is
want to
in
cast
the-
Hold Person.
Ooh, okay. I would like. Ooh, that's so interesting. Okay. Yeah, go right ahead. That's sick. Do it. A DC 16 Wisdom save. You watch as Animorph talking to you directly. He's looking at you. Behind you, you see Vorenus raise his massive blade and prepares to strike against poor, unknowing Animorph. And Wisdom save. He does not. He freezes in place, a small purple sheen encasing his form, frozen solid. You've stopped him. Animorph, you see you see Alban reaching out to you, and he is casting some sort of spell. You turn around and immediately notice Vorenus has a sword out and looked ready to strike you.
Betrayer!
It appears these clones are growing hostile. Let us hope our allies cross the bridge soon.
You watch as Maeve takes flight, and next to you flies off into the abyss. Maeve, you may fly in any direction you so choose.
Is any of that happening on our side, by the way? Is somebody being held? Is that just not even happening?
That was a reaction to what happened before when
Okay.
Vorenus cut the vine. The Vorenus on the other side attempted to do the same and would strike at Animorph as a result.
Okay. And there's nobody in the middle of the bridge. It's just that big blood spot.
There is a
right?
fat ass blood stain in the middle of the bridge,
Yeah,
but as
okay.
far as it is clear.
Okay. So I'm gonna float in the middle.
Okay.
To where I first saw him
Alban,
first.
Animorph, you watch as the other Maeve clone floats off, and then Maeve, you see a huge
Myself?
blood stain in the middle of the bridge, and also Maeve across from you, floating there.
I don't want to hurt you, Maeve,
I don't want
but I do want to
hurt
test you.
you. She repeats it back to you.
I kind of like get up on the ledge because I can fly. So I kind of like fly over basically the basin,
Okay, you
essentially.
are-
Like I step up on the bridge ledge.
Okay, it's just a rope. It's just a rope bridge. So you're just on a.
It's
you're
a
like
rope bridge?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. You're just
So yeah,
balancing
okay.
on a
I'm
rope.
like, I like pull the rope behind me and I'm like, basically like about to step into the night, the sky essentially. And I
Okay.
look at the Maeve and I'm like, if I can fly, you can fly. And I like walk off, okay?
Okay, the other
I
Maeve
basically
does the
walk
same
off into-
and is floating there next to you.
Really? Oh my god, okay. Whew, this is intense. I did not think about this.
Man.
I thought they were gonna fall. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So we can just like fly around. Like it's Maeve is completely doing exactly what I'm doing the
It's
exact same way.
perfectly mirrored.
Wow. This is that threw me for a big loop. Okay. I guess I just like I'm like nodding my head. I float back into the bridge,
Okay, they do the same.
and I look at Maeve. Okay, I can't move.
Maeve
I'm like
looks at
stuck
you.
in the wall.
There you go.
Because I don't want to fight you, and because I think that there's more to this encounter than just death and bloodshed, as seen here, and I point to the blood stain.
She points to it as well.
I cast something else.
Okay.
I cast freedom of movement on myself, and I basically I think this will work because I think that I can pass through anything at this point. I cast freedom of movement, and I guess so does Maeve,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
that's
we
correct.
both look at each other, and I smile at my Maeve, and I just float through her, and she floats through me, and we go our opposite direction.
Okay, let me see if this works. You float into her. You bounce into her. However, you slip deftly across if you wish to pass through her You cannot
Yeah.
pass through a physical form, and she is very much physically there
I
in front of you.
can't pass through physical form, but what if she casts it too? What if we're
She also
both the
casts it, you both
immaterial
are-
form?
Well, you don't become immaterial. You just can't be slowed down.
Oh
in freedom
my
of movement.
god, this sucks.
Oh
I just
my-
used up my spell slot.
If you want, you can take it back.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
You would know. You would know that you wouldn't be able to pass through a physical creature. So you
Okay,
wouldn't-
yeah,
you
can we
wouldn't
just
pass through.
rewind
Yeah,
that?
that's
I don't know
totally
this thing. I thought I could. Okay,
No,
well
you're
then
good.
now
No
I'm really fucked. Okay. This is difficult. I don't want to use any more spells.
All right. You
I
didn't use that one. You can have
certainly
that
don't
spell
wanna-
slot back. That's totally fine.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to.
I had it back.
So, in the same vein as Sir Albwyn, why am I not able to walk like this and my other thing walk the? It just follows me essentially. Like I can't.
It mirrors
I
your
can't
movements.
diagonally move.
You can
It mirrors my movements. Okay.
move past each other if you'd like to. It's not stopping you. It's doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
So if you
I was
attempt to
thinking that
move
if I went
past
like
it and
this,
spin,
the other thing would go the other way. Like it would
it
kind of
is
go
a
like
mirrored
right.
movement. So if you go the other way, you will just
Okay.
spin past it.
Yeah, I do that. I just
Okay,
do
you
the
spin
same
on the
exact
other
maneuver, I
side.
guess.
It is now across from you, copying you exactly.
And I turn around and I wink at my thing.
Winks
and
back
it
at
winks
you.
at me. Okay.
Do you make a perception check as you float across?
Yeah, I need to do that. 'Cause I feel like that what I imagined was that I could go diagonally and it would just fall off the bridge.
Okay. There's
Uh-oh.
something. You just get this really dreadful feeling from watching
Okay.
your other self, and then you continue floating across.
Okay. Does my other self like frown at me? Does it like look sad?
You aren't sure if you made a certain expression. You can't quite recall what exactly you yourself were doing with your face. It seemed to be
Okay.
nearing you, but it looked wrong somehow, and you're not sure how. The perception check wasn't high enough to determine anything further.
Okay, cool.
But
I
something
just
was
continue
definitely
on.
wrong.
Okay.
You float across, you see Albon and Animorph, and holding... you can see Albon is casting a spell, you recognize it. He's holding person on Varanus, he's holding him and he's mid-swing. Animorph is standing in front of him. You guys watch as Maeve floats back to you across the bridge.
Maeve,
A tragedy has occurred, Maeve. The clone killed Bobley.
Wait, should I mute Jades or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is so interesting. I'll have to like kind of, okay. If someone's on the other side of the bridge, please mute them.
Wait, what's the status now? It's me and Bobley are the only ones on the.
You and Bobley are the only originals on that side of the bridge.
Okay, let me mute everyone then.
And then
Jeez.
Scifri, Maeve, and Animorph, you guys are the originals on this side with the only remaining clone, which is Vorenus.
Oh my god, this is so intense.
All he had to do was walk past, but it killed him. Bobley is dead.
You hear this, Maeve? Like, Albin is saying that Bobley is dead, but you were just on the other side talking to him.
Yeah.
But you know that Bobley
not,
said that
he's
killed
not dead.
his clone.
I just
Let me know
wiped
when
off
they're
his tears.
talking,
Calm
'cause
down.
I have them muted.
Of course, I'll
Calm
let you
down,
guys
Sir
talk on the
Albin.
other
Calm
side.
down.
Okay.
I like place my trunk like I'm knighting Sir Albin. I do like 2 pats. I'm like, listen.
Which
Bobley's
one of
fine.
them survived? The clone or the original?
Oh god.
I guess we
I don't know anymore.
You can see Vorenus struggling against the grip. He's attempting to break its hold actively.
Well, the three of us should dispose of this last clone.
How do you expect us to do that?
Oh well, there's a edge of a bridge over here.
And you have it, I guess, paralyzed or something. in
Yes.
Some sort of spectral grip.
It is starting to break through. You can tell that it's not going to hold him for much longer.
Yes, please move quickly. It has a limited duration.
I back up a little bit.
What are you guys attempting to do here? Let me know.
I think we're gonna throw him off the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna throw him off the bridge
If that's what
while
you'd
he's
like to
paralyzed.
do, you can attempt to move him while he's held person.
Is
Okay,
that
I
is
get
that a
behind
strength
him.
check?
All right, Maeve. Yes,
I have a
I'd
lot
like,
of strength.
I'd like both Maeve and Animorph to both make strength checks.
Oh wait, ability check. Okay, there we go.
You guys are good. That's more than enough. You both pick up the frozen Vorenus clone and are holding him together. You move him to the edge of the bridge and you hurl him off. You can see his eyes widen and he's trying to break it. And you hear him scream as he falls, disappearing into the depths of the fog.
Well, that solves that. Should we go get the others?
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
All right, meanwhile, on the other side of the bridge. Currently, Maeve has
My
just
brother
flown.
is dead!
Bobley is distraught, bleeding horribly. Alwyn has just taken a sock to the head and is looking at you, Vorenus, and back between you and Bobley specifically. Animorph is looking at you, and now Maeve has flown over. What would you guys like to do?
Bubbly, that was not your brother. It was some kind of illusion. Snap out of your grief.
Ah!
Suddenly, Alwyn raises his hand towards you, Vorenus, and attempts to cast Hold Person.
I resist.
Could you please roll a Wisdom saving throw? Okay. Let's see. What was it for?
16.
Oh shit. Okay. Vorenus, you are suddenly frozen, paralyzed. A thin film of purple light is over you, and you cannot
can't move
a
at all?
muscle. You are completely paralyzed. Now,
You can make another wisdom save at the end of each of his turns.
you watch as Alwyn, Animorph, and Maeve all approach you. Yeah. Well, actually, no, it's just Animorph and Maeve. They get on either side of you and pick you up.
Wait. Does
Oh
Bob
my god.
Bobley, you are watching them do this.
Oh no.
Bobley will.
One turn of reaction to deal with this before they throw him off the edge. You can see them moving. They picked him up and they are moving him towards the edge of the cliff.
Oh my god.
They seem to be taking a while.
Oh, okay, so does how big is Animorph?
Reddis and Bobley will make their way across.
Animorph is fuck. I don't remember their exact physical. Animorph, what are you like built like? What's your like? How tall are you? How strong are you? What's your physicality?
Jello. Like a piece of jello.
I'm pretty strong. I'm a little bit strong, but you know, I'm kind of smallish too. At the same time, like I'm probably medium sized, but
He's
like
a average build, not super buff
Yeah.
or tall. He's just an average guy. Thank you, Animorph.
Okay. Bobley
didn't they have-
will
You have to roll like a
move forward.
check to move me? Sorry.
I just took their checks from the other one.
Okay.
Bobley
Since their
will move
physicality is
forward.
mirrored perfectly.
And actually to here, and he will grab Vorenus, attempting to keep him on the bridge.
Oh,
no!
Okay. You grab on. Please roll a strength check. Full on. Okay. You slow it, but they are still moving towards it. But you slow it just enough. Vore, I would like you to make another wisdom save.
Come on, baby. Come on. Get me out of this.
Oh no! Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, can I try one more thing?
Yes, you may.
So Bobley, in the midst of this scuffle, will quickly reach into his bag and pull out the immovable rod.
Oh shit. Okay.
He will reach as deeply into Vorenus's pants as he can.
Nice.
And he will press the button on the immovable rod.
You deftly and quickly with your spindly little fingers stick the rod in his pants. He's incredibly confused as to what you're doing, and even the other clones look at you strangely. You click the button, it's immediately there's a vroom, and it holds in place. He is immediately stopped. They cannot move him. Completely
This
in
is
place.
the power of the rod!
Your rod is now firmly implanted in Vorenus's pants.
Oh my god.
Pause for 1 second. Other bridge side team, would you like to do anything? You have no hint that anything else has happened. You just threw Vorenus off the edge. But you're definitely convinced now that the clones are doing something.
Yeah, they're
dude.
taking a while.
It's been like 30 seconds here. No one else has crossed.
Who wishes to cross again, knowing that our clone might come back?
Can I, Alden, can you make an intelligence check?
Yeah, I can make
Never mind.
7. Alright.
You guys have a couple of seconds to decide if you want to do anything here.
I guess I'll just I'm pretty heavy and the bridge is really rickety and I'm a little bit concerned. I don't want to use my every time I've crossed the bridge I've been floating. If I walk across the bridge, I'm gonna fall.
I'll go.
You, Maeve, you can determine that the bridge is enough to hold you. You will not fall if you go across. But Animorph, sure. You can go across. Oh, that's so smart, Mr. Cow. All right, Animorph, you start walking across the bridge. On the other side, you watch Bobbly as the Animorph that is carrying Varenis.
I can't go anymore.
Oh, yeah, you make it halfway across, and then you see Bobbly, the other Animorph, immediately starts walking away, dropping Varenis, who is held in place by his pants, almost getting a wedgie from the rod, the immovable rod. Animorph, you see a clone in the middle of the bridge. It is directly across from you.
What can I do here? I switch places with him, but like a little bit less destructive this time.
Okay.
Like I've kind of figured it out.
So you can just slip by him, and you guys pass each other.
Yeah.
You both walk across the bridge. Animorph, you've walked back. You immediately you see Varenis being held by Alwyn in a purple light. Bobbly is holding on to Varenis's pants, and Maeve is holding on to Varenis as well.
Oh, I need to unmute him.
Yes, you may now unmute Animorph.
I have to mute Scifri.
Okay, I got you.
And now you have to mute Scifri and Jadez. Sorry, this is a little confusing, but I think it's fun.
I like it.
Yeah. It's
All right,
good.
you come across this scene. You're watching Bobbly dangle from Varenis's pants. Maeve is holding on to him. He's floating in the air.
Why not cross?
Alwyn turns to you. He says, Varenis, he's gone mad. The Bobbly clone, it's attacking him. Please, you must help. It's not the real Bobbly.
I am the real Bobbly!
I noticed the blood stain as I already knew about that.
You
right?
saw a blood
So,
stain, and now you
yeah,
see Bobbly.
yeah.
He looks very rough.
I
What do you
walk
do?
up to Bobbly and I say, "What happened?"
Here or there?
Why blood?
What did he lose brain cells? Why is he talking like that?
Do you not remember? We were told they would turn to dust after striking them. It was a lie. I struck my clone and he. Oh, Zora!
Idiot!
Varenis is trying to speak, but he... Oh, Varenis, actually make another wisdom check, if you will.
Oh, please get me out.
You definitely smash out of the purple sphere. You're completely back in control of your own actions. Unfortunately, you can't move because there's an immovable rod in your pants, so you're kind of just floating. But you have the ability to move, and currently Bobbly is holding
So I know
on to
that it's
your
been
ass.
placed?
Suddenly you felt a weight in your ass, and it is holding you up, and you can move around, but you're dangling from your butt. Maeve is holding onto one of your arms, and Bobbly is grabbing onto your ass, and you hear this conversation.
But I didn't do it. When I was paralyzed, I noticed him putting the rod inside of me.
You noticed him. You noticed him doing something. He's definitely halted your momentum, and he said something about a rod. So you know there's a rod in you.
Okay.
Bobbly, whatever you did, undo it! Undo it and I will slay them!
Press the button.
All right, Bobbly, you press the button. Varenis falls to the ground in a heap. I'd like to briefly jump to the other side just to see if there's anything that you guys would like to do at this moment. You guys can hear Animorph has walked back over to you, and he says,
They're gone! They're gone!
Stop.
quick, quick! He's motioning you to come with him.
Knowing what I know about my clone, I'm gonna do a perception roll just to make sure I can like actually understand what's happening. Is it wisdom? Maybe would wisdom be a better one to do?
What are you
maybe?
trying to do?
I'm kind of determining through my own like religious clandestine knowledge of like stuff. I'm not as smart as Scifri, but I'm not as like I'm not stupid either. Kind of like gain ideas.
Okay.
I know that pretty much everybody has a clone at this point.
Yes,
and I
seemingly
think
so.
I know that.
That would follow from what you are aware of. You would know that with your knowledge. It's a
how
fair
would
assumption
I know
to make.
this is?
Are you trying to determine? What are you trying to determine specifically with this roll?
If this is the clone of the person we just sent across the bridge, essentially.
You can make a perception check if you'd like to.
It seems to be a bit of an umbrella catch-all ability check.
It's pretty important for this one, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I would not know.
This is as far as you can tell, this just seems like him based on that roll. Yeah, this seems exactly like Animorph, and it talks just like him. Seems good.
Because it's two of us crossing the bridge again. Are you gonna come with us? If I walk across the bridge, will you follow me?
Yes.
I talked to. Okay. Very well. I cast my fucking flying ability again because I don't want to break the bridge.
Yeah, I will let you know. You know that it will support your weight. You don't have to fly.
Yeah, but it's two people. It's me and him going across, right? I'm following. He's following me,
then.
right?
If you'd like to, he said he was going to.
I take his hand. I literally take Animorph's hand.
Okay.
And I like stare at him really intently, and I go, "All right, follow me." And I carry him across the bridge.
You carry him, like physically, or?
Oh, I we're like, you know.
You're floating above, but you have him in
across,
your hand,
yeah.
and you're walking across.
Yes.
All right.
Just to make sure I know where he's at.
All right, you guys are traveling across.
Sole person on this side.
Album is all alone. All right. You stop midway, please, and we will jump back to them. And then you have just deactivated the movable rod. Vore, you superhero land. You're ready. Your sword is drawn. What are you doing?
I would like to swing for the Albuin clone.
The Albuin clone goes, wait, this is a misunderstanding. You swing forth. That is enough. You strike into him. You cleave into his chest immediately. The sword strikes directly into him. He takes 14 points of damage. The Albuin clone, there's a flash of blood. He goes, wait! Ah!
I swing again.
Okay, the extra attack. You strike true on the other side, dealing 13 more points of damage. Mr. Ka, how do I reduce the hit points of the clone?
I got you.
Okay, thank you. You strike him again. You create an X on his chest, carving up his robe. There's blood seeping out of him. He looks incredibly injured. Now it is Animorph, Bobbly, would you guys like to do anything, seemingly?
I want to do primal savagery.
Okay, go right ahead.
Here, it's one of those ones where you have to
channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, and a corrosive attack. You can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet.
Exact same thing as last time.
Okay, go right ahead. Same thing as last time. Make a melee spell attack.
Just do a wisdom ability.
Yeah, just roll a
check,
d20 and we'll add your wisdom. Okay, what's your wisdom modifier? Plus...
Well, that's a wisdom check, so it should automatically add it, right?
No, it's press proficiency, so 4, so 15 total.
Okay, so 15. What are you trying to do with your attack? You're attacking...
I'm attacking the Albuin clone.
The Albuin clone narrowly dodges out of your corrosive, angry fist, attempting to claw at him. He, bleeding and bloody, steps backward, and you watch as he raises a finger towards you. Okay. You... oh, shit. But nothing happens. He's just pointing at you. He says, wait, stop. Please, I'm Albert.
You are a liar.
Oh, and
Pretender.
you all notice as Maeve takes flight and begins floating slightly off the top of the bridge and floats away. You guys can attempt to do anything. You're watching as she's going away. Vore, you struck Albin. Actually, only Bobley would be able to do anything about it if you wish to.
So Clone Maeve is starting to float?
Yeah, Clone Maeve is flying away. You and Animorph have already used your action, so it's up to Bobley if you want to do anything about it. She's floating away from you across the bridge.
Bobley will try to jump and grapple Maeve.
She does not attempt to resist it. You are on top of her.
And then
Oh no.
And then Bobley will unsheath his great sword
Oh no.
and bring it down upon the clone.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack against the Maeve clone. Let's see. Unfortunately, the sword, it goes wide. You can't quite get a good enough grip to strike directly against her. It bounces off of her heavily armored floating form. That is just enough. You strike again. You reorient yourself while on top of her, your tiny body. You wield the sword and strike it against her, bringing it against her leg as she's floating. It seems to do some damage.
Add 2.
It does 13 damage. You've struck her leg, and there's a deep cut in her leg where you've struck against her. She continues floating across the bridge. You are on top of her as she floats across. And now, as you both float off into the fog, you see Maeve and Animorph ahead of you on the center bridge. You are on top of Maeve, like grappling her as she's floating across, and you ahead of you see another Maeve floating, holding the hand of Animorph. You guys are meeting in the center of the bridge.
Where we'd be?
Yes, I will take you guys there. Okay. So the clone Maeve meets the other Maeve in the center of the bridge. Oops, I moved you way too far. And then atop is Bobley, directly on top of the clone Maeve.
Ha!
Maeve, you see this appear before you. It is Bobley. He is bloody and beaten, and he is striking the leg of the Maeve clone in front of you. Or no.
Oh my
Animorph
God.
is still over there. Animorph is still over there. That's the real Animorph. He's still with he's still with them. Yeah.
I guess because I wasn't technically like, wouldn't they have grabbed me to take me away with them? If or unless I did that willingly over there. Or
I
something.
mean, they just they attempted to reach for your hand. It's up to you if you want to take it.
No, because I know they're a clone. So like I
So
wouldn't.
they
yeah.
attempted to
So,
reach,
like,
it
I
didn't
wouldn't-
connect, and they continued moving. So now, Maeve, you are looking at Bobley, you can unmute Jades, and Jades, you can unmute Shrimp. This is such an interesting mechanic. You both meet in the center of the bridge. You can see each other. You're looking directly at each other.
I am going to fell your clone!
Are you now? Well, I chose not to do that myself, and I'm wondering if that's the right answer here. And I'm looking at the bleeding stump of my leg, and I'm like questioning whether or not this is the right idea. I guess I try to convince. Is Shrimp gonna are you gonna like start swinging at the thing right away? Are you basically just attacking as we speak?
His sword is raised in the air.
Okay.
He has not yet.
You get the feeling that Bobley is going to strike the other clone Maeve.
Because I'm still holding the hand of what's his face and the clone.
And as you're holding his hand, you feel a sudden sharp
this is-
pain as a corrosive feeling begins to enter you. I would like the clone Animorph to make the same attack that the real Animorph made. So it would be that is just a D20, right? A D20 plus spell attack? Okay, / roll D20. All right, 4. I don't think it's going to hit. So
Plus 7, so no.
you feel this corrosive, sharp pain in your hand, and you immediately let go of
I
Animorph's
jerk my hand away.
And you can see a clawed fist bared and reaches out and strikes at you, but is deflected by your armor, and you receive no damage except a claw mark across your chest.
Why are you attacking me? And I asked the clone this.
Nora says,
Are you real or clone?
I'm the real one, and I'm pointing at the clone, like looking at it, like, why would you even believe this? Look at this. You can see me. You
Is
heard
that
me
the
a
real
second ago.
Bobley?
Yes!
How do you know? Maybe he died here.
I'm
and he points to the
real!
blood stain.
Oh my god. Well, I know that Sir Alban is back there, and I point back to where we came. And I know that I'm me. And I know that...
And the other
Well-
maid is saying all this at the same time as well. I know that I'm me.
Oh my god. I think I'm gonna command Bobley. I'm gonna use my command spell on Bobley.
Okay.
I'm gonna just basically make Bobley. I'm gonna like basically handle the situation. I command Bobley. Bobley.
Okay. You'll have to.
Go
You have
back
to.
to where
I
I
believe you
came.
have to.
I'm gonna
cast the
roll.
command spell. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
Bobley, I'd
roll
like
the
you to make a
command.
DC 16 Wisdom save.
Shouldn't she make the command first? And then, if she makes the command
yeah,
first, I'll
that's
decide
true,
whether
that's
or
true.
not I'm gonna.
What is the
resist.
command that you wish to command him to do?
Walk. Essentially pointing back to where I came. I want Bobley to just go to the right side, essentially, where we came from. So I'm just like, walk, and I point towards the real Sir Alban, where we just came from.
Okay. Bobley, what are you?
Bobley will resist.
Okay. You fail to resist. And as the spell starts to take over you, you watch as the maid that is holding you points her finger at you, and a small twilight spell suggests its way towards your ear. And the clone maid casts command as well. Except she casts the
You're going to
command-
make him very happy. Now go talk to Sir Alban for a moment.
I would like you to make another wisdom save. Oh shit. Alright. Okay. You watch as the other Maeve says, walk, but instead of pointing back, points off the bridge.
Oh my god.
I would like you now, Bobley. Actually, since you failed both, you're currently warring between two command spells affecting your mind. I would like both maids, the clone and the real one, to make opposing wisdom checks to see whose spell is stronger.
Oh no.
Okay.
Do I do it again?
Nope. Now I do it for the other one.
Oh my god!
All right. Bobley, you are suddenly intensely... Oh, wait. However, as you are compelled to walk off the edge, you cannot do anything directly harmful to yourself. You can walk to... Oh, wait.
This is
Yeah.
so intense.
You simply walk the opposite direction. You walk the opposite direction. Yeah.
Bobley! Bobley, no!
Away
this,
from
this way,
Maeve,
Bobley!
back the way you came.
And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, why is he not listening to my spells?
You are simply
Now-
bobbling away.
Oh my god, dude.
Back towards the way you came.
Goodbye!
It's fucking stupid.
It's a fucking nightmare.
So funny. Maeve, you are still... Bobley is walking away off into the fog. Alban is on the other end. Animorph is on... You were surrounded... You were being, like, double teamed by two clones.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay, so I need to get to the other side to see what's going on. So flustered, I take a very deep sigh and I kind of take a minute to myself. Both of the clones are staring right at me, kind of just like aimlessly figuring out what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I decide to do something else.
Okay.
I look at my Maeve. I look at my Maeve clone
Oh, Phasmophobia, don't download now.
and I put it to sleep.
All right. Likewise. Let's see.
Oh my god!
Oh shit, your rolls are so bad. Unfortunately,
It's terrible.
the opposite Maeve is
No.
not affected. However, it does attempt to do the
No.
same to you. It seems to resist it shakes it off. You see that its eyes begin to close, but unfortunately it's just enough. And it reawakens and immediately looks to you and casts the same spell, mirroring the way in which you moved your fingers. You can see the twilight magic that is wholly yours being almost like this sick mirror being used against you. Where the hell is that? This one.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, it has no effect on you either, right? Because it has to be, it has to, yeah. Neither spell has any effect. You guys have cast it on each other, but you have a similar reaction. You feel a bit drowsy, but you shake it off quickly.
So now there's 3 people on the bridge, right? Let's look at the semantics of this. There's a lot of weight on this bridge. I
Well-
cannot fly anymore. I have one more spell that I can do, but I'm
No,
not gonna
you're
use it
still
again.
flying, I believe, right?
Okay,
Yes.
sure.
You
I'm
both are still flying.
but
Animorph
there's-
is the only one on the bridge. Bobbly has
I
waddled
might
up.
just resolve to just stay here. I might just resolve to just
You can
like
totally
wait
do
for
that.
more. Yeah, I might just kind of just like without knowing what to do. I kind of like slip into another like state of meditation. I kind of just
All right,
kind of like
while
close
you
my
stare
eyes
at
and, like-
this, Bobbly, you reach the other side. You see the others. You have walked to the other end, and the suggestion ends. The command spell has completed.
I've forgotten why I walked over here.
Bubbly, what happened on that bridge?
Well, I remember being on top of the clone elephant, and then I wanted to walk over here for some reason.
Daisy has been tricked again. So
Hold a
much
single
sorcery.
Simple-minded.
Alwyn, you're on the other side of the bridge. You're still waiting. Mav went off into the dusk. No one has returned. It's been several seconds. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Mav.
Me, sorry.
Man.
I was just speaking quickly.
I don't know what I can do.
Up to you. You can do anything you'd like. However, I would like you to make another intelligence check.
Sure thing.
Okay.
2.
Yeah, you're a bit flummoxed. You're not sure exactly what's going on here. However, if you'd like to do anything else, you totally may.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate the area around the bridge here, see if there's any, like, useful landmarks.
Sure. As you exit the other side of the bridge, it looks completely different than where you started. It's not mirrored at all. The trees, although desiccated and looking a little more withered than other parts of the Feywild previously, look different than where you camped before, and the path continues onward down a narrow, winding cobblestone road that is old and slowly being eaten up by the environment. You see no sign of anything else. The fog is still thick as well. It's difficult to see more than a few 15 feet, but it seems to be thinning the further out you go.
You said the bridge looked like it was crumbling, right?
The bridge is rickety, crumbling, barely held together, rope and wood.
Okay, I would like to come over to this ledge, and I would like to see if I could find a point in the sort of bridge of the... Wait, you said it's made of wood?
It is made of wood.
Oh, I cast Wall of Fire. I want to burn the bridge down.
You're burning the bridge?
Because I am of the mind that will break the curse.
Okay. You cast Wall of Fire. A massive jet of flame shoots up alongside the bridge. It immediately catches the light. The entire bridge is engulfed in flame instantaneously. Well, half the bridge, because I believe it's 50 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would be putting it like
our half is fine.
Which side
like-
is burning inward?
I would put it like vertically across the middle.
Oh,
essentially.
you're cutting the middle?
Yeah, cutting it down the middle.
All right. Maeve, I'd like you to make a dexterity
direction?
saving throw. Yeah, which direction are you making the
Oh yeah, one side is
things like
harmful
this.
and one side is not.
Which
So
side
I'm
is the
gonna make-
harmful
Which
side?
one's which?
I'm gonna make the side facing where the most
Wait, how do you
clones
draw
are,
like that?
so the left facing side.
Okay. That is the harmful side. All right. The Maeve clone will need to make a... This is so interesting. Maeve, you watch as a brilliant flash of light appears in front of your face, and suddenly there is fire in front of you, and the bridge begins to burn, engulfed in flame, and you watch as your clone is similarly... let's see. Hold on a moment. Engulfed in fire. She's got to make a dexterity save. Oh, gosh. Dexterity saving throw. She does not. She immediately, you watch as the Maeve across from you, her leg all cut up, is immediately engulfed in flame, taking 20 fire damage, bursting into flame herself.
Oh my god! And I like kind of step back from the flame a little bit. I'm
You are-
still flying.
Yes, you are
We're
still
safe.
flying.
I'm flying.
Animorph
But
is standing next to you as
Animorph's
well.
not.
You watch as the bridge immediately catches fire. The rope, it like almost like kerosene. It just lights across the ropes and it's spreading so fast. And you watch as the bridge begins to start to fray. You have one action if you'd like to do anything before it snaps.
Well, the Animorph that's with Maeve is the clone one, right?
I sure hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not
Or
holding
you
his
can
hand
fly
anymore.
back.
The hand. I just fly back. Yeah, I just fly back without
Right,
Animorph.
you fly back, leaving Animorph behind. As you fly away, the rope bridge snaps in half, and the Animorph clone plunges into the abyss. The bridge has snapped. Everyone on the other side, Alban, you watch as Maeve, maybe the clone, maybe the real one, you don't know, flies back over to you, and the other Maeve, still on fire and cut up with its leg, flies over to you guys as the bridge collapses. You are... okay, I would like Varenis, Animorph... Excuse me, is that the... Yeah, that's the real Animorph on this side, right? So Varenis, Animorph, and Bobley all need to make... You need to make a dexterity saving throw. You need to get the hell off that bridge.
Wait, but where are we? We're like on the beginning of it, right?
Yeah, well, you're a little on the bridge. You're kind of... Well, yeah, I mean, you're kind of off of it. It wouldn't make sense for you to be directly on it, I guess. But it's just, you're just getting away from it. It's not a hard save. You all make it. Okay. You all run across. Alwyn as well. Let's see if he makes it.
Run back, right?
That's the clone.
Yeah, that's the clone me.
Alwyn's
He also makes it. He likewise runs across. You all are on the other side of the bridge. I would now, Bobley,
can I do
come
something?
over? Come here, Bobley. You can do something in just 1 second.
eat.
No, other way, other way.
Oh, wait,
There's no bridge, there's no bridge. The Maeve clone, likewise, flies across and is now directly parallel her own self. I believe it would be here. You see her fly across. The bridge has collapsed. There is fire. You see it spread across. The bridge is collapsing behind her. And you turn just in time to see Alwyn perform a very, very quick cast of a spell. You watch as Alwyn casts...
What are you...
Wall
Did
of
you just
Flame.
burn the bridge?
Here?
Yes, I made the assumption that getting rid of the bisection of the bridge would break the spell.
Here or there?
Our Alwyn casted Wall of Flame? Okay.
Yes, he is casting it actively at you now.
At us?
Yes, you watch as a wall of flame fires directly across in front of the three of you, the harmful side pointing towards the three of you. I'd like all three of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What the
dear.
fuck, dude?
Oh, thank God.
All right,
hang on.
Probably. Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Bobley, you take 24 fire damage. Animorph, you take 24 fire damage. And Varenis, you take, what's half of 24? 12? You take 12 fire damage. But you...
So, 82.
If I see that the bridge is this, if I see the bridge is destroyed, I would dispel it.
Okay.
Bobley!
You, Varenis, and Animorph, you are engulfed in flame. You're burning. It's painful, but you turn to your side and you watch as Bobley, his tiny form, immediately disappears into an inferno in front of you. And Varenis, you, with your keen eyes, you see him collapse, charred and burnt and bloody. He's currently down and bleeding out, unconscious, burning alive.
Fuck, now I have to choose between saving him and killing. Okay.
All right, Bobley, I'm going to save you.
I would like to cast Ard to try and douse the flames around Bobley and to go in and save him.
All right, you make. Art is... What is it again? What's that? What's the...
Ooh, Gust of Wind could push people. You could push the clones off the bridge.
I mean, we're right next to each other, so you could probably hit me with that too, right?
You may cast Gust of Wind.
I must.
All right, Gust of Wind at 3rd level. A line of strong wings 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. Blast from you in a direction you choose for the spell's direction. Are you attempting to blow the flames and the clones as well away from you?
Yeah, if you made this 60-foot line like
I wanted to douse the fire with it, but I don't know if that's gonna
if you did directly right from you, you could push both of the clones.
You can push the clones or douse the flames. You can't do both. It's up to you which way you want to direct it.
So wait, so how is Bubbly in the fire? Is it like a
He is
circle
on the
surrounding him?
ground, directly in front of the wall of flames, being charred and burnt by the licking flames engulfing his body.
Okay, so I want to push the flames away from him.
Yes, ideally
That's what
you would
I'm
want to do that.
So do I aim this like this?
You can
Do you
aim
see
it
what I'm doing?
diagonally and you would blow the flames away from him. That's true.
Okay.
You could
yeah.
also
Would that blow
the
it into Clone Maeve?
Oh wait, it's 10 feet wide, so he could do like a.
Is it wide enough to hit both?
Yeah, it's 10 feet wide, so
know.
it's 2
Okay.
squares across, and it goes.
It's 10 feet and it's like.
Yeah.
Vernus, you may cast it as a DC 14. All right, I'm gonna have both of them roll it. You're attempting to blow the clones away.
Well, I kind of wanted to do like 2 birds with 1 stone, but I don't know if it's possible.
Well,
any
If I can
creature that-
only
any
choose one,
creature
I just want to
that's
save Bobbly.
absurd.
I just want to blow the flames away from him.
All right.
And
You,
they
the
have to make
flames
strength
are
saves or
blown
go
backward.
15 feet
You
back.
also, in sequence, attempt to blow both the clone Maeve and the clone Albin away. They must make a DC 14 strength check, or be, what is it exactly? How far are they blasted?
15 feet back.
Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you. The gust disperses.
First paragraph.
Oh, okay. Each creature starts its turn in line with CO strength saving throw will be pushed 15. All right, let's see if this works. Here we go. Attribute, strength, saving throw. Alwyn resists, falling to his knees. And Maeve, who is currently flying, does not resist and is blown 15 feet backward. However, she does not fall as she is still in the air. She's blown 15 feet directly backward over the gorge. And, Bobbly, the flames are not on you, but your body is being blown. Could you make Yeah, you're being blown away, tumbling along the ground. I would like Animorph, you can attempt to grab him.
Please, Animorph.
Yeah, I'll grab him.
Animorph,
Okay,
please.
go ahead and make a strength ability check.
Alright, hold on. I gotta bring up my thing here.
Please be stupid.
You easily grab Bobbly's form and prevent him from being blown off the cliff, charred and unconscious. Very good move. You hold him, ducking over him like you're protecting his tiny little wounded body, completely unconscious, bloody and burnt and really fucked up. A charred little meatball on the ground with a very big sword. You watch as the wall of flames is dispelled. It is no longer there. Alwyn Maeve, you are on the other side of the gorge.
I did that.
The bridge is gone.
Can I? Oh, we're doing the other side. All right.
Yeah, I just want to check with them real quick if there's anything else you two would like to do.
Nope, nothing I got.
Maeve,
Help,
you can
really.
do whatever you like. It's up to you what you want to do.
I just got back. I was getting a drink. What was going on? Sorry, I'm so
Maeve,
sorry.
the bridge is fallen in. You are on the other side with Alban. What would you like to do, if anything?
We dispel
Well, I
the
ca-
wall of fire once the bridge is
The
destroyed.
fire has been dispelled. It is now just an empty chasm filled with fog.
I kind of pat myself down and I check if I'm still me, because a lot of stuff just happened. And I look at Alwyn and I'm just like a little bit of I'm upset. You can sense I'm upset, but I'm like starting to figure things out. I'm like, well, the versions of ourselves who've been aggressive, I don't believe are the ones we should trust, Sir Alwyn. And I'm not really sure how, but we're going to have to figure out a way to get across this chasm to find our friends again. That's
Yes,
really all I
well,
say to Sir
I mean,
Alwyn.
You can fly, so I would say I simply go across and help them mop up the rest of the doppelgangers.
One at a time.
Yes. It's good that we have people monitoring both sides.
All right,
Yes,
Maeve,
I-
you're flying
remains.
across.
I guess I cast my final, because I want to have there's a bit of a power leak going on with my flying ability. I don't want to just constantly fly, but I have one more ability to do it. So yeah,
That's
I
totally
cast it
fine.
one
By
final
all
time.
means, you may fly across.
I'm just trying to pay
attention.
attention to that. I don't want to just be this
You're good. I'm
overpowered
glad you're
flying
paying
element.
attention to it. So long as you keep an eye on it, that's fine by me. You're
Yeah, I
flying
have
across
one more
once again.
ability. Yeah, I choose. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna cast my final Subs the Night. Okay.
Okay.
Slip it in the night sky, and I float across.
All right, Maeve, you're on your way over. You get halfway.
How
across
about
the
this?
path.
Before I leave, I turn
Yes.
to Alban and I go, if if another version of myself comes back with no one else, kill it. And I fly across.
I nod.
Okay, you make it halfway across the bridge. We are back to the other team. You watch as the Maeve is flying away and further away from you across the chasm. The Alwyn is in front of you. The wall of flames is dispelled. Bobley's on the ground with the Animorph on top of him. What do you guys want to do?
I shall
Whoa.
make a move. Oh, wait.
Go
You
ahead.
talking?
I wouldn't know if my clone is alive or dead, so I probably wouldn't want to hit Aldwin, right?
Seemingly so. You have no idea what happened to your-
Can I do a medicine check on Pobley? See if I can
you
help
may attempt to
anyone?
stabilize him. Do you have any potions in your
Yeah.
inventory? Anything like that? You have do not have any
Rope of-
potions. You can attempt a medical check and stabilize him. You can do that. So
Yeah,
make a medicine
yeah,
check,
yeah.
if you
I
will.
want to do that.
Okay. You are desperately trying to patch the wounds, but what isn't burnt is bleeding, and what isn't bleeding is burnt. And you're trying your deftest to just try and pour water on the burnt parts and mush the blood and guts back into Bobley's tiny form. He is looking so horrible and fucked up, but it doesn't seem to be helping. Bobley, could you make a death saving throw?
Yes. Where is it? Oh, it does save. I see it. Normal.
Oh dear. That is one failure. 2 more, and Bobley is permanently dead.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
Okay.
Vore, what would you like to do? For an-
I have no such rational disposition that Animorph does. I am enraged by what has unfolded here. I am blinded by rage at the sight of Bobley, unconscious and in pain and dying. I see red, and I want to finish off this badly injured clone. So I will roll. Wait, how far away am I from him?
You just walk up to him. The wall of fire was dispelled, similarly to the one in the middle. It is no longer
I
there.
want to walk up to him and try to grab him with my bare hands. Let me just open up my character window I lost.
Okay.
Is that strength, or what is it to grab him?
That is just a strength check. Full on. All right. And he rolls in opposition, I believe, to resist a strength check. I think that's how that works. He does not resist. You grab him. You have him grappled. You have him in your arms. He's going, they're clones, Vortis. They're clones. They're not real.
I want to push my thumbs into his eye sockets and crush his head.
Okay. Go ahead and make an unarmed attack roll.
That is... Where is that again?
I believe that is just a roll a d20.
Oh, it's just a D... Yeah, a
Fuck,
D20.
unarmed is so difficult.
Slash D20?
Yes, slash roll, then space d20. And then we add your strength modifier, which is +7, right?
Okay.
Is that right? I think that's
I
right.
think so.
That's
What can I
11.
check?
No, his strength save is +7. His
Oh, his
strength
plus
modifier
3,
is
so that's
+3.
7 overall. All right. As you attempt to weed your thumbs inside of Albus's eyes, he's rolling his head back and forth, trying to resist as you attempt to get a good grip, but it's not quite getting in yet.
Okay, but I still have him.
Yes, you have him. He is grappled. Maeve,
Good.
you,
I'm
oh
flying
shit, where are the
across here.
Maves? Oh, there they are. Okay. Maeve, you watch as your clone, you see her pass you at the middle point of the bridge.
Pass me.
Yeah, I mean, they are mimicking your actions, so if you are continuing flying forward, you will
Yeah.
see them.
Well, that's good because I already told Sir Album to kill the fucking thing if they don't have anybody with me.
You
So
pass.
I continue to fly across.
Okay, you continue flying across. The other Maeve flies similarly across. Continue your way across, please. You reach the other side of the bridge. You see, as you fly over, you see Bobley on the ground, burnt, bleeding. He looks close to death. You see Animorph desperately trying to help
Oh, I
him.
can unmute her.
Oh, you can, all of you unmute Jades now on this side of the bridge.
I'm still in the middle on the screen.
Oh yeah, I'll move you over. Sorry.
I did it preemptively.
There you go. Whoa, I dragged you way too far. All right, you are now here. You're floating there. You see poor Bobley, burnt and dying. Vore is grappling. Varenus is on top of The clone,
I lifted him up off the ground.
he has him off the ground. He's
Had
trying
him
to
by the head.
crush his eyes in with his thumbs, and Animorph is trying to save Bobley. What would you like to do, Maeve?
Okay, I basically immediately, like, because I'm like nurturing, I quickly grab Bobley in my trunk and I pull him in close.
Okay.
And I hold on to him, still floating, and I say, "Everyone else, state what you know." And I look at Vore, I look at Animorph first. State what you know. Like, just say something to me.
Fire!
Okay, and I look at Vore.
This is a clone of Alpin. He is a trickster, and he cast this wall of fire upon us and did this to Bobley.
As I tighten my grip around his head.
You hear Albwyn
I don't make it
scream
aware.
out in
Yeah.
terror. It's not true! They're the clones! Please!
Very well. I'm going to be taking this Bobley across the bridge to the other side, and I want you to stay here, okay? And whatever happens this Sir Albwyn, you decide. And I kind of like just immediately grab Bobley and I say, "Come with me," and I like fly back the exact way.
All right,
same
you,
way I came.
you have Bobley's tiny body in your arms.
What's happening on Scifri's though? Like,
We
tell him
will
to do something?
go back there in a moment. So far, all you've done is grab Bobley. He is literally bleeding to death in your arms. Like, he is going to die.
Yes.
Unless something does, unless someone can heal
Oh,
him or do
unless I
something, he
save
is going
him?
to die. Like, he is
Okay,
very
then
close to death.
fine. Give me a second. Let me
Just so you're
rifle
aware
through
of how, like,
my
incredibly
list
in
here.
jeopardy he is at this moment.
I got you.
intense.
I got you. Yeah, I'll heal him. Let me get my heal spells done. I'm pretty sure I can do that, right?
You are a cleric.
I choose to. Boom. Wait, one disease or condition affecting it? God damn it. Hold on. Mending.
Death is a disease.
Yeah, there's got to be something that I can do, right? I have
If you
this.
have cure wounds or healing hands.
I have mass cure wounds, which I can use.
You have
So I'll
regular
just-
as well.
You have regular.
I have cure wounds. Okay.
Yes,
Yep.
you can place your hands upon him
Where
and
the
heal him if you
hell
would like.
is that? Oh yeah,
First
cure wounds.
level.
Yeah, absolutely. I use my 5th level cure wound spell on Bobley.
All right, you watch as Maeve, descending
There,
down
Bobley.
from the burning remnants of the bridge through the fog, wraps up Bobley in her trunk, her large, translucent, glittering wings fluttering as she controls her descent. She wraps him up, works her hands in a circle around him, and a golden light seeps into him. And you watch as the burns and the cuts so deep, the lacerations, what looked like a chunky meatball being almost splattered in half, now quickly reforms into the shape you knew before as Bobley. And you watch as his eyes
thank
flutter
God.
open. He is now no longer in danger of death. He has been healed 21 hit points from 0. You're at 21.
I'm on fire! Oh!
Bobley, you're alive.
Again, whatever happens to this Sir Albwyn is on your hands. And I immediately just start flying across the bridge with
Bobley,
Bobley
you
in
are
hand.
within her trunk. If that's okay with you. Okay. All right.
All
Varenus,
right.
you have Albwyn. He is grappled. What would you like to do? Oh, wait, hold 1 second.
Oh,
Let's go to the other side first.
okay.
Sorry, it's a little confusing on the turn order than I'm
That's
using.
okay. It's okay.
Albin, you watch as Maeve flies across, holding no one. Her leg
Okay.
is cut up, and she is burnt.
I have a question.
Yes,
So they're currently flying sort of in the air above the chasm.
they are.
Will they still be flying if I cast Hold Person on them?
I think they would just fall. Or unless, does hold person immaterialize?
It makes you
them?
paralyzed.
If it just paralyzes them, then yes, they would just fall.
It's either that or I try to damage it. How damaged do they look?
They are burnt and their leg is cut up, but they are otherwise, they do not look like they are bloodied.
I don't want to waste too many of my high-level spells. Oh, this might be a good time for it. Fuck it. I cast Cone of Cold.
Oh shit, okay. Go right ahead. God
And
damn, that is a high
gonna
roll.
go
Whew.
get a this way type cone.
It's a constitution save. And she
I
fails.
take 42.
You
cold
watch
damage.
as a you immediately, memorizing this and planning to use this for a special occasion, see Maeve coming across and her words ring in your mind. Kill the clone if I come back alone. And so you immediately whisk your transmutation. Your hands, they move in a cone, and you watch as a blast of freezing cold icicles in air shoots forward in a 60-foot cone, blowing crystallizing and blowing all of the fog away. You can see clearly into the chasm for a moment, and you watch as the clone of Maeve is assailed with icicles, and her body is pierced. It almost looks like she's being riddled with bullets because they're going through her so fast. There's literal holes punctured through her in parts that you can see clean through. She is barely flying and is currently still flying towards you. She flies to the very edge of the cone, places her hand upon you, and casts Cure Wounds. A golden light fills you, and you were completely uninjured, so you don't feel any different. But this riddled, almost like pincushion of what was once Maeve, or at least looked like her, casts Cure Wounds on you and goes, "I'm real."
Sweet. I quicken spell Firebolt.
Okay.
Bonus action.
All right. The firebolt hits her straight in the eye, and you watch as her eye bubbles and explodes all over you. She is one-eyed and still somehow floating in front of you, a walking corpse riddled with holes, icicles.
Oh, wait. That's 3 more damage because of my elemental affinity.
Okay.
Because of my draconic bloodline.
Wait, 4 more or 3 more?
4 more.
Interesting.
It's my charisma modifier.
Exactly 4 more damage? Okay.
Exactly 4 more damage, yeah.
You watch as
I keep forgetting about that one. So
she floats towards you, reaches out to you, and then falls into the abyss, dead. Her frozen, burnt corpse. That was literally the exact amount you needed to get her to. That was perfect on the dot. She tumbles in, you hear her body hitting the inward chasm, rolling down into the darkness. All right,
yeah.
And now we go right across. Vore, you have 1 action. What would you like to do?
I would like to attempt to further strengthen my grip on his head
All right.
and crush it in my hands.
Go ahead and make an unarmed attack roll.
And me and Bobley are already across the bridge, right? We're flying.
You
across?
guys are flying across towards Alwyn.
Okay.
Halfway across, you see a massive cone of ice and snow, and it blows all the fog out of the way, but it's not headed in your direction. All right. And that's +3, right, for Vore? Yeah, it is, +3. All right, you watch as Alwyn still somehow manages to avoid it, but you're starting to sink your fucking thumbs into his eyeballs. There's blood, they're bloodshot. It looks like straight out of Game of Thrones, the mountain versus Oberyn Martell. You are literally crushing his eyes in, and you look down briefly, and he has his hand, his palm is against your chest, and he casts Cone of Cold.
Do I roll something to resist?
You will have to in a moment. You watch as a massive cone of ice is immediately burst into your chest.
Oh my god.
Let's see. How do I spin this?
Constitution?
How do I, whatever. Okay. Make a DC 16 Constitution save. Animorph, I would like you to do so as well. Okay, you make it. Animorph, could you make a Constitution save for me?
I'm trying to. I'm fucking it up. Hold
Just
on.
click Constitution and then saving throw.
No. Yeah, I was getting into a different menu and I didn't want to be there.
Okay. And you do not resist. Animorph, you are assailed, surprised by it. Vore, you saw it coming and you brace, and it goes almost. You hold yourself in place, resisting the cold as it passes over you. Animorph unfortunately takes the blunt, almost like a blooming flower. It seems the cone is worse the farther out it goes. And Animorph, you take 29 points of cold damage. And Vorenus, you take half that, which is half of 28, which is 14. You take 14 points of cold damage.
Okay, wait, 82 minus 14.
And Animorph, you take the full 29.
Damn, I'm getting low on health.
Yes, and then you watch as he quickens spell and quickly, with his other hand, points directly at your face and casts a firebolt. You take 12 fire damage as he blasts the side of your face with fire.
Not again!
Yeah, again.
Already.
All right, it is now
6.
your move. Varenus, what would you like to do?
Do I maintain my grip on him?
You still have him gripped. He cannot break out of your grip. He is too weak.
Can I do like a couple things in the same attack as one attack, but it's not like too much? It's just
You can do an attack and an extra attack.
Okay. I want to throw him to the ground,
All right.
unsheath my sword,
You do
and
so.
impale him.
Please
into
make
the
an
ground.
attack roll.
Okay.
All right. You watch. You throw him to the ground. He, in the dirt, rolling around, goes, "Please, Fortis, don't do this. It's all a mistake." And then you raise
Now
your
let's see you
sword.
turn to dust.
You strike down justly, and he rolls out of the way at the last second, striking dirt. You have another attack.
I swing again this time. So he rolled out of the way. He's still on the ground, right?
Yes, he is on the ground like a wriggly little worm.
I do like a golf swing, except with the sharp end of the blade to cleave him while he's on the ground.
Go ahead. You do so. You hit him in the side of the head, and you watch as you detach partially his neck from the force.
Oh!
You're almost like
Nearly
swinging
neck.
for his neck he's literally spluttering blood. You can see his esophagus sticking out. His part of his spine is there. You've almost knocked his head clean off. He's barely clinging to life. He's spluttering, unable to talk or move, but still somehow alive.
Animorph, finish him.
It's now you, Animorph. What would you like to do?
I want to cast Infestation.
Oh my
Go
god.
right ahead. I believe he takes
Uh,
8 points of damage.
well, I have
after
to-
do that.
It's a con save. For
Yeah,
him.
it's a con save for
15
him, right?
minus 5, I think. Yeah, he should be at 5 hit points, I think. There you go. All right, go ahead. Please cast
Yeah,
Infestation.
I think you have to do a con
Oh,
save
okay,
on
okay,
that
okay.
one.
Let's see. I don't think he succeeds on that one, right?
Correct.
All right, so you snap your fingers, Animorph, looking at him with an angry glare. Are you staring daggers into his broken, twitching body? And a cloud of mites, fleas, and parasites rise out of the ground momentarily and swarm over his body. And you watch as they begin to devour him. Please roll a 1d6. All right, that's just enough. You watch as the mass of bugs that have wriggled out of the dirt and ground, glowing translucent from the Feywild, with sharp pinchers and beetles and worms, make their way through his body, ripping him to pieces in front of you. It is a gruesome and disgusting sight. He is nothing but mulched flesh by the end of the torrent of bugs all over him. And he's dead. He is very, very dead. You two are alone on this side of the bridge.
Doesn't look like dust to me.
Oh my god, that's fucking brutal. And I do believe that that concludes the combat encounter for this one. Maeve and Bobley, you arrive at the other side of the bridge while our Aldwin awaits you, standing there silently.
I have arrived with a little bitty. And here he is. And I place Bobley right next to a very elated, what looks to be elated Sir Aldwin.
Bobley, I was sure that your clone had failed you in combat.
Are we over there?
I cannot move that way.
Same.
Yeah, there's a wall.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, sorry. All right. Maeve and Bobley, let me get you guys. Drag you over there. I'll grab you as well, Bobley.
And I assume that there was another version of myself that looks down at the icy icicles and fiery little things. You might have put away. Am I mistaken?
Oh yes, I've disposed of your clone.
Wonderful.
Maeve,
I
just so
will
you're
be-
aware, you have a minute and a half of flight. It's not been very long
Oh
so
my God.
far. You can
Oh my
attempt to get more people over the bridge if you want, because there is no bridge and there are more people on the other side. So it's up to you if you want to attempt to
Two
do
more
that.
people.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
It does not take long to cross the bridge.
Perhaps on your next return trip you grab that rope that we left over there?
I think that I will. Good thinking. and I very quickly turn around and start moving right back. I
Speedily
basically
fly
just
at double speed.
throw
You can
Bobbly
easily
down.
get across. You have the time. You fly immediately across the bridge, and you see, standing next to a broken corpse pile of flesh and bone, Vorenus and Animorph. The rope is still tied around his ankle. 100 feet.
Whose
of rope.
ankle?
Mhm.
Whose ankle?
Vorenus.
Okay, I'm gonna have Vornis. Vornis, I want you to wrap this rope around my waist very quickly. We don't have much time.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
And
does
I'm
so.
going to
wrap it around.
attempt. What are you saying?
No, you're good. He definitely
I'm
does
gonna-
so. You're good.
I'm going to attempt to carry you both. We don't have much time. My magic ability is waning. I'm not sure how much longer I can remain afloat. And you, and I point at Animorph and I say, I'm going to see if I can pick you up with my hands here.
Please
Should I roll a
make
strength check for this?
Just a straight strength check. You do so. You're holding him bridal style. You have Animorph in your arms bridal style.
All right. Come here. And I'm basically like hugging Animorph, and he's like, okay. And I attempt to float across, and
Please make another strength check if you're gonna pull Vorenus with you.
yeah, I'm going to be doing. Well, I'm flying, and I'm assuming there's some kind of mitigation there through.
There is not.
fact
It's for
that-
your own weight, but we'll see.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
You
Can I virtue check? Can I actually cast something on myself to maybe have a better roll?
if you have any spells that can buff your ability to carry somebody, certainly
I
so.
do. Let me think about this for a second.
Like anything that buffs strength would be useful. Do you have any
Anything
kind of
buffs
like a
strength.
channel of divinity? I don't know if you have any individual buffs. Let me check what you got.
I do have. Let's see here.
You have guidance, and that would be about it.
Guidance gives you an
guidance, okay.
extra D4 on your roll.
Alright, we'll just use guidance then. I guess I'll just cast guidance. Let me see
You
if I can do
weave
that
a
really
little
fast.
twilight circlet around your head, and you look for guidance from your god. Please. And he
Oh
gives
my
you just
God.
the tiniest little bit of guidance. You
Okay, so that adds to my 11, right?
Oh my god.
You are, yeah, it does. You have 12. You are carrying Animorph easily, but the moment that Vorenus, you're like trying to pick him up, he is kind of lightly jumping to try and make himself move a little bit, but you are getting the feeling that he is not going to be pulled across. However, the rope is 100 feet and more than enough to get across.
Does this
the
have
entire
anything to do
bridge.
with that? Does this make anything, like, does it help or anything, or not?
What are you referring to?
My powerful build down here.
Power, your what? Oh, powerful
My
build.
powerful build.
It's a Loxodon thing. They can carry the amount that a large creature can.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that would make a difference then. Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. This is such an interesting. Okay, bridal style. You are carrying Animorph in your arms, and you are flying. You are strained. It is beyond heavy, and the rope is taut. Vorenus,
Don't let
you
go!
are swinging back and forth on the rope like you're like a child on it, like swing under a tree.
I'm afraid of heights.
Well,
Don't
lucky
look
for you,
down
Vorenus, you are not very high up off the ground because it's 100
I
feet
can
of rope.
imagine the rope just pulls on his ankle.
Yeah.
But isn't there a chasm?
There is a chasm. You are near the bottom of the chasm. You
Wait, what?
you swing across the chasm using her like a Jade's Maeve is the tree branch, and you are swinging across her as she flies in the air. And Alwyn and Bobbly, you both you see as Maeve crests the midpoint, you suddenly see Vorenus as he swings towards you, and you see him
Oh, I can
swinging
unmute.
on a rope Tarzan style out of the fog. You can all unmute each other.
Ah,
Here I come.
Well, hold on a second, Maeve. You're still in the center. I want to see what Vore does
Oh.
with this.
okay.
Vore, your momentum is much faster because you swung off the ledge using Maeve as a pivot. So you swing forward across the whole chasm like Tarzan style. You see the other end of the chasm. You see Alvin and Bobbly. You can attempt to dismount or swing back and forth.
I dismount and choose to land with my sword,
Okay, could you roll me an
sinking it
athletics?
into the ground and striking a cool pose.
Wait. Before he does that, I want. I think I
Go
can
right
do
ahead.
something.
What would you like to do?
That's athletics, right?
Yes, it is an athletics check. Okay, what would you like to do, Animorph?
I don't think I can do it, but let me just run it by you.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me what you want to do.
I'll just link it in chat, and I just wanted to like make a tree appear in front of Vorenus to like freak him out a little bit.
You could totally do that, and that would help him because you notice as he swings by you that it might be difficult for him to make this landing. He might not have enough. So,
no, like he's gonna run into the tree.
You want him to run into it?
No,
George, it's the jungle. Watch out for that tree.
Okay. It happens. You watch as a small tree, very thin, sprouts out of the ground directly in front of the bridge where it broke. Albin and Bobbly, you see a tree sprout out of the ground in a flare of green energy, and you watch as Varenus, who almost did not have quite enough to make it all the way, slams into the tree face first, but grabs onto it and luckily does not fall. Saving him, weirdly, in an odd way.
Wow!
I was trying to be stylish.
Okay, Maeve and Maeve and Animorph, you guys joined him a second later, flying over to the other side of the chasm. You were all reunited on the other side of the bridge.
I fall to my knees.
Can I move myself?
You should be able to.
I cannot fly anymore. At least not for today.
Well, we shan't need it anymore. We have solved the bridge of many trials.
That
hurt.
Was exhausting. Maeve, I did not know you had such strength within you. Thank you.
Maybe not now, but yeah. Cracks back. Kind of does like a couple stretching movements. We shan't need it. Hopefully, for a bit.
Albin, could you give me an intelligence check real quick?
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Sorcerers don't so far.
Sorcerers don't cast with it; they cast with charisma.
That's true, which is so funny. But
there we go. 18.
This time it works. You, Albin, can tell based on your following of the events. No one seems to be a clone. Everyone seems to be themselves. So there's no worry there. You figured it out. You think you know that everyone is themselves.
Oh, should I do one too?
We appear to have dispatched of all clones.
You guys, if you want to make your own intelligence checks,
real selves.
You can do so.
Oh, it's gonna.
It's up to
and
you.
even if Bobbly was a clone, it's now the only Bobbly we have left.
It's true.
Yes! I am!
Maybe.
How can I be sure you are the real ones? How can I know?
I believe because we're not trying to kill you?
You're right. I'm still fired up with rage. Forgive my doubt.
Well, the moment I started realizing some of us were attacking each other unprovoked, I realized these were not us.
What a horrid nightmare of a bridge. I'm ready to put this entire sordid ordeal behind us.
I think I've made a realization.
What's that?
This is just a guess. But what if, perhaps, those were us from another universe?
I highly doubt that would be the case.
Well, considering what we've dealt with, these spirits and whatnot, this could be some form of trickery to get us off our course towards the house.
That is true. Why did the clones insist on getting killed?
Or go
As
in
if
the
it
opposite
were
direction.
Yes. Very peculiar.
Something tells me they don't want us to go to the house. A force, a being, a creature, a fae.
Yes, I have had it enough with Fae and their magics. I would like to crush them.
You might get your opportunity. Let's carry
I
on.
hope so.
Right. As you guys move forward, bloodied and beaten but surviving a rope bridge, and some additional stuff too. You walk forward. The path ahead of you, still desiccated. It reminds you of the previous one. The forest seems to be becoming more sick. The vines are more prominent. The trees are more sparse, although still densely
We
packed.
spent 2.5 hours on that.
You did.
Hey man, it was a fucking intense
That
raid.
encounter could have gone really quick or like that.
The
It was one or
bridge
the other.
incident.
I so desperately want to tell you the gimmick I had because it would have made it so much faster if you'd like had the. You guys completed it in such a more entertaining way, but there was a really easy way to get across.
What was it?
Okay, I'll tell you. If you walk backwards across the bridge, you just go across and the clones don't attack you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
What?
Oh, so, I mean, the solution I came up with was pretty fast. Just the switch places with the clone.
It's
Wait,
true.
backwards
Is
is
that
in
like
like without
the-
looking?
If you walk backwards across the bridge, the clone does as well, and it'll pass you on the way through on the mirror, and you'll just end because you never see your clone, and then you just go all the way across.
Mm.
So the clone doesn't. Okay, never mind. Okay.
So there's
done.
more to it, but I won't tell you the lore.
I'm glad we did it this way. It
Yeah,
was
I
fucking
actually am
great.
glad you did it that way too because it was way funnier. Okay, so as you guys progress forward, the trees are becoming still densely packed but dying. The leaves are falling off of them. The ground, it seems, although like purple and sparkling in places and others, it's like almost a darker sludge. And the path is becoming narrower and the cobblestones more sparse. It seems that this road is almost entirely reclaimed by the environment. And as you walk forward, oh, it's interesting. Okay, you enter into a long solo walk. It is just nothing but trees. There's nothing on the path. You are just walking forward. And you do so for quite some time. During this time, you can prepare or discuss anything you'd like. I would like to know your marching order as you're walking along this road.
I go first with bubbly between my legs like before.
Okay.
And I'm right behind them.
I'm a little hurt, so I'm behind. I'm like in the middle, probably.
I go last.
All
Are
right.
we doing like a new map?
It will in a moment. I don't have this exact transition one, but as you go down this narrow path, eventually there's a break, and you walk into a large, and I do mean large, like very, very large clearing. And you can see ahead of you, there is on the horizon, in the center of this clearing, surrounded on all sides by gnarled trees that reach high into the sky, a dark house. A dark, large mansion. The wood is black. The windows are black. It is all black. It is incredibly large and Victorian in style. Definitely a mansion. It has easily multiple wings to it. It's big, and it's in the center of a large patch of flowers. And you can see in all directions there are flowers.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
The flowers
this
are
it?
multicolored as well. Along the entire path of this open circle plain, there are many different patches of multicolored flowers.
I thought you said it was dying. The path was dying.
Up until this point, it was. The flowers, however,
Okay.
every single flower in this open clearing is brightly colored and looks like lively, incredibly so.
That house over there?
Mm.
Is that our final destination?
I don't see the map yet, by the way.
You'll be there
Is there,
in
like-
just a second.
There is no map.
Yeah, this one is, we didn't have anything for the Field of Flowers, so this is Theater of the Mind. So there is a map, though.
Okay. Okay.
You can see the flowers. They're multi-hued in many different ways. There are blues, reds, but every single patch, you'll notice, is localized in a small space.
So there's all sorts of colors of flowers.
Yes, and they're all localized in their own patches. So there's a blue patch, there's a red patch, orange patch, yellow patch. There's all these different patches. They're interlocking and interspersed. And you guys are at the precipice in the dead-end path. There's trees on the side of you that open up into the clearing. It's a large circular clearing with the house in the center. It looks to be maybe 400 or 500 feet from you.
I'm hungry.
Wait, Bubbly. We do not
Probably
know
will
if they're
start
safe to
waddling
eat.
towards the red patch of flowers.
Okay.
Oh no.
Bobbly, you enter into the flowers. There is seemingly no effect so far. What do the rest of you do?
I'm kind of doing the same, but in like a more intelligent way. I like see like a purple set of flowers, and I'm like, oh, these look betwixting, and I kind of walk towards them, and I
step
bend
on the
over to
purple
get a
ones?
closer look.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Just whatever.
I think I have
Are the rest
blue.
of you entering the flower field?
Blues?
Yes.
I'm going wherever
Sure.
the majority
Yeah,
of the party is going.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll just go with
So
them.
currently, to give you an idea in your headspace for this one, right now, Maeve is in a purple flower patch and Bobbly is in a red one. Would you guys like to? Who is joining who where?
I will go with Bobbly into the red patch.
Okay.
I'll go with Maeve.
I'll go with Ferennis and Bobley.
All right. So it is Vorenus. Just to make sure this is clear. So it is Vorenus, Bobbly, and Maeve. No, excuse me. Vorenus, Bobbly, and Albin in the red
Albin.
patch, and it is Animorph and
Maeve.
Maeve
Yeah.
in the purple patch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys step into the flowers, you hear a horrible, horrible creaking sound. And behind you, you can see out of the ground are rising to cover your path behind you. Tall, dark, purple trees, and they are enclosing the path behind you rapidly. As you attempt to move, I'd like everybody, to go ahead and make a Constitution save. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. There is a gaseous explosion from the red and purple patch separately. That is so interesting. Okay. Alrighty. There's a gaseous explosion, and you all fall unconscious. And now we get to do the fun part.
We're in a dream.
Oh, really?
However, I will say, because both Bobbly and Vernus, you guys had incredible saves. Both you, Bobbly, or excuse me, not you, Vernus, Albin had an incredible save. Bobbly and Albin, you both noticed this. Albin, you, although your body can't move, you are keenly aware through long practice that there is something happening to you. And although this paralytic has affected your constitution, your consciousness remains still moving inside your body. And you are, you feel small, tiny hands all over your body. Like, very, very small. Not more than a few inches across. And they're very sharp. And they grab into you, and you feel hundreds of hands all over you. And you are being moved. You feel yourself being moved. Bobbly, to you, they're pretty normal-sized hands. They're not that different from what you got. But they also similarly are moving you. And you feel yourself being dragged in a direction. You don't know for how long, but eventually the hands leave you behind, and you slowly come to. And I'm so excited for this next part. I believe it is Vorenus and Albin. You awaken. You are both
Within
on the
the dream.
ground. You are awake. You are You are in a dirt path. It is dark. You can barely see in front of you, in front of your face. Your eyes flutter open. You feel tense, but not otherwise hurt.
Oh, out of character. Are we awake in like the dream or awake?
You are completely asleep. Like you're waking up now. This isn't a dream. This is
okay.
You are waking up out of whatever happened to you from that flower patch.
Okay.
So
Ugh.
let me move you guys to the appropriate maps. Mr. Cuff, you could help me move Vorenus and Albin to their spots.
It's gonna be one at a time.
Okay, that's fine. And then we can.
I
move
would
the rest
just
as well.
say describe it for now. And we'll go
Okay,
into the maps.
I'll describe it for now, and then we'll have
Okay.
this. So, Vorenus, you awaken. Around you, you are surrounded on all sides by sheared hedge, and it's dark and gnarled. Picture Harry Potter straight out of the Goblet of Fire last challenge.
Oh, like the maze.
It is the maze. You are surrounded on all sides by it. You see a path opening on both sides of you. You have awoken on a dirt path of the floor is cold to the touch, but you are awake. Similarly, you are alone. Also, Albin.
Separated from Albin?
Albin, you awake in a similar spot. The paralytic goes off. You feel yourself. You can move once more. You, however, are once again awake. You're awake. You're in the middle of the maze.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess I keep moving.
Oh, there's one more thing, Albin. You are you are unable to move too much because you are covered in spiky vines, completely restrained. Sorry, I missed that part. You are completely restrained in spiky vines that are all over your body.
Is it only Albin or is it me as well?
You are not restrained, Moranis. Now, likewise, the other members of our little group, our troop, you are in a different place. You have awoken, all three of you, in a small, damp room. As your eyes flutter open, Maeve, Bobley, and Animal.
Bobley was with them.
Nope, Bobley is now with you.
No, he wasn't.
You're separated now.
You guys were separated by small little hands. You awaken. Bobley, you've been awake this entire time. You felt yourself being propped up. You have all your stuff. You are not missing anything. However, as you look around you, you are in a very dank, dark, musty kitchen. In front of you, as you look around, all of you have been seated in a chair on a small side table. And ahead of you, you can see spread out is a banquet, a large banquet hall. And I do believe that we will... Oh, and at the head of the table rests a shadowed figure. And the rest of the seats are empty on this long table. As you look over it briefly, blinking the sleep from your eyes, you can see hundreds of different colors, all sorts of like steaming, fresh, delicious food, from pastries to cakes to dinners to steaks and pot roast and pig and mashed potatoes, everything. If you can think of it and dream of it, then that food is on that table. And the rest of the kitchen, however, is the kitchen is in disrepair. It is dank, downtrodden, dark, and gray, rotted and molded. You guys are sitting at your table looking at this very nice banquet hall at this shadowed figure. And I do believe that that is where we will pick up next time. In the hedge maze.
Oh, it's so intriguing.
One shot, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. We ran out of time. We ran out of time. We only have 10
Been too long on the damn bridge, man.
It's true. I was supposed to do all these encounters, but the bridge took the longest. But that's okay. That's okay.
Locked by the fucking bridge.
That was a fun encounter, though. I liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. That is where we'll be concluding for our final session. I believe will be next time.
Okay, I don't mind that it's like being split up. Really, like it's really fun.
The only concern I have is I have another D&D game that would also be starting on Saturdays soon.
Okay. Well then, this will definitely.
So if it goes any further than one more week,
yeah, sorry,
that I won't be able to do.
I didn't expect it to go this long, but it will be. The next time will be the last session.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We also started an hour later today, so that's.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, we did. That's Bubby.
No worries, it's good. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed. We will pick up next time. I'm gonna end the recording. Thank you guys for playing with me, and see you for our final session.